Hello, guys. Yes. Hello, good evening, everyone. NAIJA Wash is here. How are you guys doing? Hit the like button if you can hear me talking. Hit the like button and share. We are here. We are going to talk about the situation of Edo State. The situation that we are passing through right now is more than us. So we all are going to talk about this. If anyone is there, give me a like button, say hi, so I can know that I'm not talking to myself. Hello. I can't see anybody. Is anyone there? Can you see me? If I cannot see you, can you see me? Is anyone there? Hello, guys. Yes. We're going to bring our brother in now, Mr. Ramato. He's on the backstage. He's going to join us right now. And we're going to have Mr. Mode as well. And we're having Mr. Ima here with us as well. So 3, 2, 1. Mr. Ramato is going to be on screen now. Hello, Mr. Ramato, are you there with us?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
Good to have you on my show. You've never ever invited me to your show. I don't know why.
Maybe one day I'll go invite him out first.
Okay. All right. Ima is there. Both of you can say hi.
Yeah, but Ima, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Brother, I'm fine.
Welcome to the show. Same to you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Bella.
Right.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Before we kickstart, we are going to have Mr. Mode. He's on the backstage right now, bringing him live. We all are going to talk about this together. As you all know, that Mr. Mode is a dedicated supporter of our brother, Pastor Sageze Yamu. So I like when we are talking about stuff like this, I want us to balance it. You know, why Mr. Ramato is supporting Governor Godino Baseki. You know, why we don't know yet Ima who is supporting, but is neutral. But let's see how it goes. 3, 2, 1. Mr. Monde, good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Good evening, Mr. Moderator. Happy to see you today. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, sir. Good to see you too. We are very grateful that every one of us can see this 2021 is because 2020 have been a challenging year for every single person.
Yeah, that's right. The year 2020 is gone now. Let's see what 2021 holds in stock for everyone.
Wonderful. Good to have you here once again, everyone. So we are going to talk about the situation that's going on in Edo State, where anybody is allowed to counter anyone, but whatever any country that we are doing, we should let it be constructive. You know, I understand that everyone here is very familiar with what we do. So it's like dealing with the house, you know, so I don't have any issue with that. So, yes, we are going to talk to Ima first, then we take it from there. Mr. Ima, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, Mr. Ima, introduce yourself. Everyone is just going to introduce themselves once again because we have a subscribers every blessed day. So those that get to know you yesterday and our new subscriber might not know who you are. The same way with myself. So I just wanted to reintroduce yourself, who you are, and where you are broadcasting from right now.
Okay. My name is Emmanuel Oni. Right now, I am in Lagos. I just came from Benin yesterday. I'm a new member of this big family. I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you very much. And to every member of this family, both the staff and the followers of this great channel. It's an opportunity that I will forever cherish in my life. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Like I said before, my name is Emmanuel Oni.
Thank you, Mr. Man. We are happy to have you in the family. We are very, very welcoming family here. I'm going to allow Mr. Ramato to talk before we allow our father to talk. Mr. Ramato, I want you to reintroduce yourself.
Okay, guys, you all know me. This is Human Stephen here, and I've become a face that everybody knows on the social media space. And I want to say a very big thank you to NAIJA Watch and also to my brother Emmanuel. I'll be following you quite all right. I'll be seeing what you're doing. You're doing a very good job. I will say kudos to you. I believe that together we can make a better, more viable state. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Now we are going to introduce the father of the house, Mr. Monday, that everybody already known, like Mr. ERIAMIANTOE as well. Mr. Monday's face is popular everywhere in the whole diaspora right now, but still we want him to reintroduce himself and where he's broadcasting from.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. My name's Monday Egosa Ogimue. I would like to use this opportunity to welcome Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel, one thing the moderator didn't tell you is that once you are not supporting Obaseki, they will swear, they will curse, but the people in diaspora are so harsh when it comes to not supporting Obaseki. One of them is that magician there, my honorable friend.
All right.
Yeah, I'm happy. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, for bringing me in on this.
All right. Thank you, sir. To be honest, I'm one of the one of the grateful heart that, you know, to know that we have someone like Mr. Monday in our midst. You know, you are a father. Whenever you are talking in the evening, everybody sit down with their champagne to listen to you. You analyze it step by step. So yes, like I said before, it's a beautiful family, and I'm very happy that we all are here. Mr. Monday is a leader. Mr. ERIAMIANTOE is a leader. Now we have Mr. Iman that is also going to become a leader very soon. So we are here, and yes, I can see a lot of our supporters are already saying hello to all of you here. You know, right? And I can see someone is saying here, okay, this one is from Monday. Mr. Monday is my father. Is okay. All right. Mr. Monday is my father. That Bishop Akire, thank you very much for that.
We quarreled the last time. No quarrel. Don't forget, we're not a quarrel again. Tell your people it cannot cost me today.
Say it, Iris. Be free. Just say it, Iris. Now we are going to talk about the situation that we are passing through in Benin City, you know, and those states, you know. As we all know, you saw our brother came out this morning to talk about it as well. Mr. ERIAMIANTOE, the only person that we've not seen that have talked about it is Mr. Monday. We don't know why he has not talked about it. He's being biased. If it was to be me now, they'll say I'm biased. But now Mr. Monday is being biased because our youth are killing themselves. Mr. Monday is not saying anything about it. It's not right.
If for me to talk, if I was to talk the way Humanist Steven handled the matter yesterday, a lot of people would just come to me like hyena. They want to really get at me and eat me raw. Humanist Steven, Apostle Uyinosa yesterday were attacking the opposition, which I belong. I just kept quiet and I folded my hand and I started looking at them. I was just laughing. I said, if it is me now, they will just be fighting me. They will be quarreling. They will be cursing my head up. Yeah, I'm women from right, left, right, and center. That's what they do. But he handled it yesterday. Nothing happened. Because if I was to take it, I'm going to remain neutral on this issue. Because what we don't understand is that this matter has been on. But during the time of Oshomole, this courtism, are we on? Can we start the...
of course, we started. Yes, we started, sir.
Okay. During the time of Oshomole, this matter wasn't like this at all. Oshomole knows how to look after the urchins in the streets. He gave them the free hand to be busy. At the end of Oshomole's time, people started calling him Akugbe Venture or Agberu. Agbeurism has been abolished. They brought this youth, they brought these people, castigate them, bring them under, and started calling them different names. And here is a situation now whereby there is no project ongoing for the youth. I can still remember, vividly remember, when this type of thing was happening in the Niger Delta, precisely Bayelsa, when Goodluck was the president of Nigeria, we had this problem of youth killing themselves, fighting among themselves. Even we, the businessmen, you dare not send your trailer, your truck to that area. They will ask you for so many, what do they call it? Those small certificates they printed better than degree. What do they will tell you, do you have this? Do you have environment? Do you have gas? Do you have a sheet? Do you have peace tickets and all? They would do anything. But later they came up with a project that would take this youth in. Some of them were given amnesty, sent away to go overseas, different countries, even up to West Indies. So they engaged them. Here is a situation. All we hear in Edo State is Oshomo Power Plant, the refinery, the Gelegele port, and we are not seeing anything. The youth are not being used. There was a time the youth, when they hear someone, one of their members being killed, then he would that same day he would pack his things and run to Ghana. This was the forum, the place, the haven they were running to Ghana. But recently, the Ghanaians have started pushing them back to where they come from. We had this problem during the time when people, this type of problem comes in when they are all in Benin, nothing to do. There was a time, all of them from the villages in Edo, they all trooping en masse through Sahara Desert, Mediterranean to Europe. And we didn't hear this outcry. We didn't hear this escalation at all. This is a situation now. They are in Benin. Some are growing up. By June, again this year, they will graduate more youth from the secondary school, from the university, to be in the pool of courtism, unemployed forum. This is what has been happening. Nothing for them. What do you expect them to do? This is the major cause of the problem. I mean, the government can take them in, pay them good salary, then they'll begin to love life. At the moment, they don't love life. In the north, a lot of people during Jonathan time, they are ready to go and commit suicide because no hope, no way, no name for them to go.
Okay.
So if you just say, okay, if you can just carry this thing and just go and explode it, kill yourself, kill a lot of people, when you get to heaven, you will get I think 13 virgins, and we will look after your family. These are people who have nowhere to go. They'll do it.
All right. All right, so that means you are blaming Governor Obaseki that during his time, that's when the courtism skyrocketed in Edo State, right?
My brother, I don't want to make them cost me, and you mention Obaseki, I don't mention Obaseki. People who are in charge of state government now talk to.
All right, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Someone is here to answer you. We have Mr. Ramato here. He's going to answer you. Mr. Ramato, are you there?
Yeah, let me answer my part.
Okay.
Let me say first and foremost, maybe you didn't actually watch my video, sir. If you had watched that video, you would understand very clearly where my point was. I would love you to watch the video yesterday or watch my video this morning. I think that will help to give a more clearance to my point. You know, I am one that is very analytical when I am talking. I don't just say, I said the courtesan became a thing of the street from 1999. 1999 was PDP time, not APC time. So I was actually putting the blame on them from the beginning. And I remember I said courtesan became rampant because of political influences. And I said that in the last election, guns were given to these boys. When I say guns were given to these boys, I don't know, maybe you think it was only Isaiah that gave guns to the boys. That's why you claim that Isaiah was the one that I was attacking. So I use the word politicians. So if...
Yes, of course, yes.
Yeah. So if we say, if I say the word politician, it means I was very, very, trying to put the point at the door of every politician in the state. And I said I also gave about 7 ways in which cultism can be eradicated in Edo State. So that shows I was not actually, antagonizing anyone, but I was putting the entire burden on the table of the governor of the state, who is the chief security officer of the state. And I also remember I said there that it shouldn't wait for the government anymore. It can set its own security apparatus called the neighborhood watch or the vigilante in order to curb this menace that is happening in the state today. And I remember I also said that after amnesty have been given to them and they have been rehabilitated, these boys can be used to become the neighbor watchword of each local government or each street based on what happened during 2007 to 2015 under the regime of Right Honorable Amici of River State. So having said that, it was very clear that I wasn't pickpocketing anyone right now. Yes, Oshomole did his own, but Oshomole's approach worked for him, but for a while. It was just a carrot approach to calm them down, but never actually find a lasting solution. And you leaving these guys on the street, they will continue in the same manner. Either they go into the market and beat our mothers up in order for them to get money, or they go to the street and kill themselves. So what we need is a lasting solution to the menace of cultism and oligarchism in Edo State. So that was just it. So there was no need of you. And right now, sir, the truth of the matter is this is not about the government. The failure of what is happening today is an accumulated issues from previous governments long ago that have accumulated to the point that because this youth you are on the street today, they are not 4 years old youth, they are 21 years and above. So it means they have been in existence in the last 21 years. People have been the people actually ruling them in the last 21 years. So the buck should not end on the government of today. The buck should be shifted from the onset to the point that they are right now. That is always my point. Because my point is, I don't whitewash issues. I put issues before the burner, just the way it is. Thank you, guys. I will have to stop for now.
All right. Okay. We are going to come back to you, Mr. Ramato. We are going to Mr. Ima now. Mr. Ima, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mr. Ima, are you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. You spend all your Christmas, New Year, and everything in Benin City, right?
Yeah.
You represented us there as a NAIJA Watch representative. Now we want you to tell us. We are going to go for the security first. How long did you spend? You were there for 2 weeks, right?
I was there for almost 3 weeks.
Okay, 3 weeks. Now take us through the security situation in Edo State right now.
My brother, it's very pathetic. The security situation is really, really bad. I'm not sure I can really put it the way it is. If I want to be fair, I can't really put it. The security situation of Edo State is bad and it's at the lowest, I must confess. I got to Benin on the 11th of December. The next day, when I went straight to a Kewan Road at Ugbeyoko. So when I went to my family house the next day, where I was supposed to go and precise over, do what I needed to do in Benin, the first thing that welcomed me was an attack that morning around 11 a.m. in the morning. 11 a.m. in the morning. The whole of a wire road from Eyewitness down to IC Junction was on a lockdown. I'm not exaggerating. These guys operated from stores to store. Daylight, 11 a.m. So it got to a point that the boys, the area boys now, summoned up their courage They summoned up their courage and go after them. There were about 4 of them or 5, according to Eyewitness. So they pursued them from Wire Road. They now passed through IC Road in an attempt to enter my area, Arosage, because I live off IC Road, Arosage. Then one of them were caught. So at that point, they finished the boy there. Finished him live. They invited the police. The police came and just pick up some of the few things that was kind of valuable from the boy, like the wristwatch, like the necklace, and some cash.
Mr. Ma, I'm going to interrupt you there. Are you a politician?
No, I'm not a politician.
So
I'm not a politician. I'm just interested in
the parties. You are not supporting any of the parties, right?
At all. No.
Okay, be fair. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm just interested in what will make an average Nigerian live a good life.
Better.
It's a Nigeria that will be free of fear. You can move anytime you want to move. So back to my story. They invited the police. The police just picked up the few things that was valuable in this boy's body and left the cuff there for like 4 days. 4 good days. So that was one case.
So
you
what
can
about,
remember one of my the next one was on Igwe.
What about the one who went to Olia Market the day there?
I'm going there. The second one was on Igwe Day. On Igwe Day, early in the morning, as early as 8:30, they took over my area again. The boys, after operating at Olia, they operated at Olia according to Eyewitness that I cannot confirm. But people say they collected 3 million naira from a trader in Olia Market. So they ran through TB Road back to Oronsaye. So they now encountered a gate that was locked. That was when the boys now went after them. Around 8:30 a.m. in the morning. So fortunately for them and unfortunately for the area boys, they escaped narrowly. On Igwe, not Igwe Day, the day not the real festival day. So that one was another one. Until you were a little bit witness to the one that happens to us at Olia Market.
Yeah, we
went there normally for just normal business as usual. We were attacked, and we want to leave that area within the next 10 minutes for our life. So as we were about to move, the boys came in again and took over the area. They killed 2 people that day. On that day, 2 people. So if I want to start narrating them, I'm not sure there's a day in Benin that 2 lives are not lost. And back to the former one, the first one. Did you know that the next day, another set of boys, this one came up the next day, that which was now on the, let's say, on the 13th. They went to reinforce and came back. According to people, they said 6 people were killed. Though I did not see it, but I argued with them. I said, how can 5 people be killed in the morning like this and the whole state is calm? They were not telling me, you don't know anything. People are dying every day and nobody talk about it. They will just die. The police will leave them. On the almost opposite Baptist High School, a court was left there for about 4 days again. Opposite Baptist High School.
Even ITV is not reporting it at all.
They don't report. Nobody talks about it. Once they die, they just die. They just go. That's the end. So that is the fearful part of it to me. So I want to use this medium to appeal to all Nigerians, diaspora people. Let us come together. You cannot walk by 7:30, 8 o'clock except you are one of the strongest person in the town. You are one of them. If you're not one of them, don't dare you How dare you go out by 8 o'clock? You say you are going to buy something, or you are strolling, you are coming from work when you don't have a car. It's not possible. You will be attacked. And coupled with no electricity.
Okay, Mr. Ma, we're gonna come back to you again. Let's bring Mr. Monday into this. Thank you, Mr. Iman. Talk to you soon. Mr. Monday, please come into this. What do you have to say?
I wanted to just ask questions before I make my comment.
Okay,
Mr. Emmanuel, are there no police, or the police are no more responsive or responding to all these incidents?
Police are not responsible. They are not responding to any of these incidents. In some cases, they will just come and just pick things that are valuable on the body of the cop, because the people have now resort to attacking them with bare hands.
John Good don't speak.
The police are not responsive at all. To the best of my knowledge, they are not.
And what is the government doing about that? No comment, no response?
For me, practically nothing.
Do you suspect it's a state-sponsored?
No, they are not state-sponsored. They are just boys that are hungry, no work. Like my brother ERIAMIANTOE said, it's a problem that have lingered for so long.
But so, it's a problem. It's a problem that has lingered for so long. Then, not worse like this as it is now.
Not worse like this. Not worse like this.
In 1999, it was Abacha's time. Then, towards the end of 1999, we had the first, democracy, this election we're having now.
Yes.
And during that time, there was a lot of money, a lot of job. For a start, things were getting better. It wasn't as worst like the way our honorable lawyer, humanist ERIAMIANTOE, described 1999. Then Lucky Benedion was in hands of affair, and things were not like this because those people which they claim to be Agbero were all engaged. They go out, they get a place where they can get food for the day. I'll take us back to Europe. In United Kingdom, we have similar problem with, they call them, these people, gangsters. They were killing all the time up to now, but it just subside now down. I remember the time of Northern Ireland, IROA. They were bombed, people were just killing. Then the government, then the United Kingdom government brought out money and invested in what you call it, in a motor plant, a vehicle motor plant there. And the people got job and they started working. When Oshomole came in, he gave them those revenues they were collecting. If you see a amount of people that were in a way engaged, giving one street to collect money here and there, that is what Oshomole described during the campaign as the urchins in the street, that they are helpful. Even the Benin has one parable. I mean in Yubo. Yasegbe Igana Eyame Yubo. These are our brothers and sisters. They have no place to live. They have no job. They don't have any hope, anywhere to get anything. So when a situation like this comes, they take liberty. And these people doing these things, if I may remember, or maybe the Benin demographic has changed. This is towards around Ogbe, Upper Sakmomba area. Those people who come from a delta area, they build their houses in Sakmomba area. Then Ogbe area, that area which you just mentioned just now, Awosage, I have a nephew. He just died on the 2nd, and he lives, he has a home there. The youth there, most of them, went into when there was human trafficking. A lot of them were all involved. They were one way or the other sponsoring or asking for money. Some of them, they were into this CDA thing. So we didn't have all this problem. You see, that is the problem we had with United Kingdom. We have with United Kingdom, sorry, with Buhari. He was going to ban rice. He banned rice, closed the borders. And whereas we didn't have enough rice, we didn't have enough food. So rice price skyrocketed. You cannot ban most of these things when you don't have alternative in place. No employment. Here is a situation, I know they're going to cause now, a situation whereby somebody promised 200,000 job creation. All what we saw is that graduates were being made to checkmate cars. They call them those steamers, those people checking traffic. Then we see some people early in the morning, they will be sweeping streets without high vis. As fast 4 a.m., they start sweeping streets. If you leave home early in the morning to travel to Lagos, you will see what I'm doing. So with Benin's, with their pride, they will not do those type of jobs. They need good job, good money, good pay for all these things to just go down. A situation where most of them have been driven out of Ghana, they are now in Benin, and they must celebrate Christmas. What else do you expect? I just saw you raising your hand. Go ahead, take over from me if it's okay with the moderator.
All right, Mr. Iman, you can go ahead, but there's a question I'm going to ask Mr. Remato. Go ahead, Mr. Iman.
Okay. Back to you asked a question that I think I should answer. You asked if the government was, if they were government sponsored. I said no. I think what is actually happening is because is that the problem has lingered for too long. There has always been no government that has actually come to fight this problem. What they have always done, whether Oshomole, whether Jonathan, whether Yaradua, is only palliative. Nobody have actually come to solve the problem. And the only way out of this is to solve the real problem. And if you want to solve the problem, it's not by picking few what we call heartless people. You pick them, you empower them to deal with the public. No, that will not solve the problem. You are only just pampering the issue. If you want to solve it, create jobs, real jobs, where there will be dignity.
That's right. That's right.
Not picking one person and making him a head of this park. He collects millions every day. He's so powerful that when he's coming, nobody dare look at his face. That is not the solution.
Yeah.
We need solution. Permanent solution. Now, what if you now support the idea of empowering few people? You are now encouraging people like us who are not who are just deliberating, doing the right thing, following, obeying the law. You are now discouraging us from doing the right thing. You want us to go and take to the root of crime. That is what you are doing. That is what all the government have done. That is what. So you cannot compare Nigeria as at 1999 or during Abacha's 97, 98, 99. We were not up to 200 million. We are now over 200 million. So you cannot expect we are over 200 million and not dragging for something to be the same, have the same effect on when it was like 80 or 90 million. It's not possible. It's certainly going to be worse. And I must tell you, if we cannot get a government that will really come, selfless government, selfless leaders, not these selfish leaders that we have, all inclusive, whether PDP or APC, I don't care. People that are ready to take the bone by the horn, and in doing this, you must step on toes of people. I think that is what this present Edo State government wanted to do, that boomerangs. I will not blame him for this. But at the same time, I will put it the way it is. He's not doing enough. He wanted to take the power from these hoodlums, but it boomerangs on him. Now he has no answer to it. That is the true situation of things. It's not as if it's not as if the decision he took by taking those boys out of the street, by taking those jobs away from them. It's not as if I will not support. I support it 100%, because you cannot keep encouraging wickedness in the society. Only those people that can kill, only those people that can destroy, that are empowered. What of people that cannot be killed, that cannot kill? Intelligent people, smart people who can do good things with their hand. You sideline them, you just empower 2 or 3 people that are strong, that can kill and shoot guns. Then you make them to become lord of the society. Empower them with guns and everything, and you expect the state to work.
All right,
it's not going to work.
All right, Mr. Emma, I'm going to stop you there. We'll come back to you again. So I want Mr. Eramiantoe to come to add to what you said and what Mr. Mode have said since. Mr. Eramiantoe, are you there? Are you there with us?
I'm there. Please, you guys, you will give me time, a little bit time. So let me address this issue, because it's 2 people I'm going to address now. It's 2 people. First, let me address my part. You know, it's my part. We know how to do our own work. We are not APC, we are not PDP. We are 2 brothers who sometimes we believe in each other. Sometimes. Now, the issue is this, just like Emma said now, Mr. Emma said, you know, there's going to be this encouraging crime. This is what I'm against. You know, like I said, I was 100% against the collection of revenue from hoodlums on the street. Okay? Because it's just to encourage these people not to do any job. Do you know why they don't do any job today? Because they felt they were getting so much free money. So now they do not really want to do anything anymore. That's number 1. Number two is this. You see what is happening today is a show of force and power on who is going to be the next warlord that the government is going to pick to climb to the position of the head, just like when it was in the time of my brother Tony Kabaka and many others. That's what is happening today. People want to show that we have what it takes to be the next warlord, so that then the government will have to recognize you and give you a position. So it is criminal encouragement. Now, that in my broadcast yesterday, today, and even on Wednesday last week, I said amnesty is the way out. I had a broadcast with one God sent, Ambassador Dr. God sent. Uwana, we had a very lovely international session that I said amnesty is the way out. Show the problem of this cultism in Edo State. That's the only way the government can help them. Like my brother said, people said the Edo people would not want to sweep the road. What more job do you want the government to give to them? In Europe where we live in, we sweep roads. In Europe where we live in, we do cleaning. We get paid. If you don't go to school, how can you work in a car manufacturing company? If you didn't go to school, how can you do some certain things? If you don't even have a legitimate job or a legitimate vocation that you learned, then it becomes a little bit tough. Then number 3, it talks about that it was not as bad as it is in 1999. Thank God that my brother just answered him. 1999 we are not up to 2 million people. Today we are more than 2 million plus as of today. So and the development in the nation or even in the state still remains the way it is from the beginning to now. It has not changed. Rather, it is depreciating. It is going down. So when it's going down, more children are being taken out of secondary school, are being taken out of the university into the labor market where there is no available jobs for them to do. Then the crime rate is going to increase. And if that is the case, then the issue should not only be blamed on the president. Then we should draw it from the beginning of the crime. That is what I said, because the time factor. Then you talk about something was talking about that this guy doesn't want to work. If you don't want to do a sweeping job, you have no certificate, you have no vocation, and you want to get a job whereby you be paid 100,000 because you want to Ghana and go steal and they drove you back to Edo State. That's pride. And we should not encourage such in our society. Because if someone who had no primary certificate wants to become a millionaire, what do you do of people like Mr. Ima, even like Mr. Monday himself, who are graduates? So you people will be trying to become a billionaire. If a dropout that had no basic foundation wants to become a billionaire, build a mansion, drive on most expensive cars, what do you expect those of us who actually went to the four walls of the classroom? So then there's a necessary pride. We should not encourage any of these guys to onto that. And the last thing I'm going to say is this: there is this idea of attack. I've seen this in Nigeria politics since 1999, that the government in power is always being attacked by the opposition. Without the opposition actually sitting down to checkmate what has happened all through the time before this very particular moment. And thank God my brother said something. Said the police came, was at Wire Road, took the valuables from him, the chains, the phone, the wristwatches, and they left the cop on the street. The police is not directly under the command of the state government. I've said this many times with that number. So if the police will come there, pick those things up, what do you expect the government of the day to do? The government cannot question the police. We try to paint the whole issue here in the Nigerian Constitution of today. If we want to be truthful to ourselves, the Nigerian Constitution today does not give the governor of any state the power to control the commissioner of police. No. Ask anybody in any state. The commissioner of police is answerable to the IGP, which is indirectly answerable to the presidency. When issues happen in any state and the governor decides to call in the commissioner of police, the commissioner of police will have to take permission from the Inspector General of Police. The Inspector General will take directives from the president before such an action can be taken. And that would have taken a longer time. That is why we are asking for a state police, where the state government will have control over the apparatus of the police. So when that is not being done, that gives room to every government that is in place to not do the needful. Like I said in my video, I'm going to say it again. Whether it's Obasanjo's fault or not Obasanjo's fault, as a man in power, the buck ends on his table. It's as simple as ABC. So that's what I want to say. But I'll make an analysis people will know. You don't blame someone, but because you are at the end of the affair, you need to do something drastic to end the menace that is already ravaging your state. If not, it might end up having a state of emergency in Edo State. And that would not be detriment to his political career. Thank you, guys.
Right. Okay, Mr. ERIAMIANTOE, I'm going to ask a question because the way we are going right now, all Edo youth or all Edo light all over the world, all of us seems to be tired, right? The present government blamed the past government blamed the previous government. Like you saw the speech from the president of Nigeria on New Year's Day, where he was blaming, up after 6 years in office, he was blaming Goodluck Jonathan.
Yeah.
You understand? So how do we go from here? Are we going to continue like this?
No.
Who do we hold responsible?
We are not going to continue like this. Like I said now, despite we are trying to narrate history, but the blame hangs on the deck of the present governor. That's what I just said. The buck ends on his table. So despite whatever that happened in the future, in the past, what's going to happen in the future? You need to find a solution today. If you don't find a solution, history will also judge him as being a failure in the will of the progress of Edo State. It's as simple as that. But people, because the way some of these oppositions put it up, it's like, okay, the whole problem is on the deck. No. If you don't know the history of a problem, it is difficult to find a lasting solution to the problem.
All right. Okay. I'm going to talk about, I saw the hand of Mr. Mode there. Before I continue, let me allow you to contribute to this, then we move on from here. Mr. Mode, are you hearing me?
Thank you very much. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, go ahead.
I just, on this occasion, commend Humanist Stephen again. He's saying the truth, that the buck ends on the governor's table. I agree. When we were not matter, I agree. No quarrel. You see, he has just nailed it on the head. The problem which we have in Edo State, it has to do with our people. What we don't understand, Mr. Emmanuel said the population has increased, which you are right, but a lot of population, a lot of our Benin people, Edo people are in diaspora. I was doing a program, it was then I got to know that over 1,000 Obanosa people, they are in Germany, they are in Europe. The Benin's have actually traveled. The few youth you see there in Benin are more interested in Okaigile and positions and measuring of land. The real problems are people from nearby states who are now in Benin, occupying Benin, neighboring towns in Edo State itself, and neighboring inhabitants from other states. They are the ones in Benin, and most of them, they all have role to play in this courtism, which seems to be dividing the discussion. We are talking about courtism here, then we've not changed it we've not changed it now to the main cause of it is unemployment, which is good. But the problem we have, which we are not trying to see, put it in the United Kingdom or in the whole of Europe, the government has program for youth. Can anybody?
Yes, anyone can. I'm sorry, sir. There's a question here. Yes, Bishop Ahire, there's a number on the screen. Anybody that want to contribute to this topic right now, you have the right to do so. The number is there. Call in, contribute, but everyone must be constructive with their questions to my guests. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, the problem is those are from other states, like where I stopped. Where what Humanist Stephen do understand a bit is that the government, the state governor, collect 600 million every month as security vote. This 600 million is supposed to be given to police to buy battery, torch, buy fuel for their vehicle for patrol.
But how do you know some is not given to the police, sir?
If it's not given to the police, just like Humanist Stephen said, if the police are not doing their work, the governor has right to kick him out, because it's only made the commissioner of the police in states is under the governor, who is the chief security of the state. For them to come out, you see, these PDP people, they are so good at blaming people. They've started, he just started blaming the president now, or blaming the federal government. If the commissioner of police is not good, all you need to do is to complain about him and kick him out. Give him enough reason for him to go. Asking for state police. Is Sayari a lawyer? Do we have the money to pay police when we cannot get money to pay workers to do other things? You want to enlist the youth and put them in a motor car. And which youth are you enlisting now? The youth that are in diaspora or youth from neighboring states? All these things have some. I don't want to mention particular tribes so that they don't call me a tribalist. Most of them are from different states in Benin there performing this. Here is a situation. Police not performing his job. If you offend me and I go to police, they collect money from me. They do or what not, they will not investigate it. So this courtesy of 18, their activity is that if you offend one of them, you offend all. If you are not in their group, the group you belong to will come in and fight for the person that has, the victim that has been dealt with. And on and on and on. If you do this, they will come back. If you do that, the other group will come back to you. Okay, because the people actually lost confidence in police. That is the whole thing. If you kill one, another group will come again. You don't kill our own. Will they go? We are the other color. They will go and fight. This is the cause of the whole problem.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. And sir, in terms of losing confidence on the police, since I was born, we have always lost confidence on Nigerian police. So, Mr. Ramato, I want you to take over on this. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Right now, Mr. Emma, just hold on a little bit. I will give you the floor next. Pamode, I think you're not putting the thing right the way it ought to be put in place. And you know, the police is our problem. We must always tell ourselves the truth. I'm a witness of police brutality in 1994. I think I spoke with ELVIS this morning when we were talking. I tried to him I was thrown into prison for no reason. Okay, in 1994, far back, I went to teach. You know, and they picked me with this equipment that I went for chemistry practical. In the lecture where I was teaching, I was thrown into prison. If not because of my uncle that was a policeman, I would have been charged to court for armed robbery. That was the case they put on me by these people. That was the case they already put on paper for me. So because I had an uncle who was also a policeman that came to save the situation. Then, having said that, the governor cannot sack a commissioner of police. If you remember, sir, during the Shomole's time, there was one commissioner Guazo or whatever they was calling him, was actually misbehaving in Edo State. Guando. You knew what it take us. You knew what it take the civil society to send Guazo away from Edo State. Commissioner, it was like a war. It was like a war. It was like a battle. Before they finally took him away, they were on the street practically every day. To the point they even went. They organized themselves and they went to Lagos. I mean to Abuja and went to the first headquarters in Abuja. To register their displeasure over the transfer of that guy. It took over 2 years that the civil society, which one Osaze, the leftist, I think it's your brother, sir.
Yeah.
He was in charge because he's my friend on Facebook. He was the guy that led that with the Mazis and the man Abogun. We knew what it took them close to 2 years before that guy was removed from Edo State. So they don't have the power over the police. And in the situation of giving them money, I have the situations we don't need to see on air, but I'm going to say this. I'm not going to mention names anyways. I have a police officer who is a friend. He told me that each DPOs get allocation from the state government, but they don't use it. It's their own private money. It's their own private money. Maybe, I don't know how much they give them anyways, but they get money from the state government. It is their own private money. They tell them, you go and look for money on the street to buy torch, to buy fuel on your car, to even buy bullet. It's your own cup of tea. But there's an allocation from the federal government, there's an allocation from the state government to these people outside the security vote, which is in the hand of the state government. I'm not supporting anybody who is embezzling money. I don't give a hoot about it. If any government is embezzling money, it's a crime against humanity. That's the truth about it. It's a crime. And if Obaseki is collecting money and not spending it the way what's it called? The opposition are saying, if it's true, it's a crime. But I'm not sure it's true. I don't think so. Because we have a very corrupt police system. You just hear of a CSP Rabo who retired because he was never promoted. I had it on my morning show today. CSP Rabo is an Edoma who refused to collect bribe. They refused to promote that guy. The guy only got 5 promotions in 30 years. In 30 years, the juniors that came from Boeing, who were not as diligent as he is, they were promoted above him. The guy had no other choice than to tender his resignation letter and left the police force. It is on the social media space. It was on news everywhere. So that is the kind of police we have. So sometimes these politicians are evil on their own. I've said it before. But the problem is we should reduce the shift of blames and start finding a lasting solution to the problem on ground.
Mm-hmm.
Security is the affair of every one of us as a people. People that are being killed today are not the children of the politicians. They are our brothers and our sisters who are actually the downtroddens, the talakawas in our societies. We should put politics aside and find what way out are we going to end this menace that has enveloped, that has engulfed the Nigerian state, or Edo State in particular. You are also aware of what happened in the first headquarters, in the CID first headquarters. Are you going to blame that on the governor of the state? Where hoodlums should go to the first headquarters, whereby all the armories of the police in Edo State is at the first headquarters. And some hoodlums can go into a first headquarters, and there was a jailbreak where 10 inmates escaped. In a sane society, the commissioner of police should be, by now, will be behind the bars, explaining to the president on what actually happened in his command, where his seat of power is. Just like somebody going to Aso Rock, or somebody going to Sadebe Avenue and break into Sadebe Avenue. That's what happened there. So we must begin to say it the way it is. Let's throw political sentiment aside and find a lasting solution to Edo State. Why Edo is not moving today is because everything in Edo is being turned to be politics. And that does not work in a system like what we have right now. Thank you, guys.
Right. Mr. Monde, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, what I wanted to say is just that the problem here, which he is not addressing, is that there is a situation. The commissioner of police didn't take action when the armory were all looted, the hoodlums were looted. The commissioner of police did not investigate it. Then the governor is watching him. The governor is supposed to write a petition to Abuja, make that petition public, that this is what is happening, that the commissioner is in connivance with the hoodlums. That aside, we've had a situation whereby the Oba of Benin went as far as bringing people from other states, Izakaba, so what do they call them, to come and be policing Edo. It was during that election campaign, that these people were withdrawn. They were actually serving as deterrent to these people, these youth who are doing this thing. As my honorable humanist Stephen mentioned, just a question for you. Do you think anybody who had the effrontery to go to that state CID and loot or attack the place without the help of the police? Do you not think it's the police who did this? Just as the buck will stop in the governor's table, so also the buck will stop at the commissioner of police table. But a situation whereby our governor is not saying anything, it's not giving us hope, it's not fair. Here in UK, we have COVID-19, a serious one. The whole place is locked down. But every day, we see our prime minister coming up to explain things to us, to give us hope. Our governor is not giving us hope. I'm just hearing now that they looted the state headquarters. Can Mr. Ima explain to me now, is there any word, is there any press briefing from the governor or the deputy governor regarding this matter?
Mr. Monde, I'm going to pause you there. We have a caller now. Hello, good evening. Where are you calling from and what's your name? Please turn down your system over there. Hello. Hello, sir. Please, can you turn down your system, please? Hello? Turn down where you're watching me from, sir.
Yes, it's okay now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Mr. Johnson. I'm calling from Spain.
Okay, go ahead.
First of all, let me greet the three gentlemen on the studio with you there. May God bless the three of you for your wonderful contributions.
Thank you.
Let me say this. Let us try and be sincere to ourselves. The problem that is in Edo State is not the state government. The problem is we, the Edolites. Even the way most of us here in Europe, the way we are talking, we are encouraging all those killings in Edo State. I grew up, I've been grown up from Benin. The problem is that nobody want to work, but everybody want to get rich. That's the problem of Edo State.
Okay.
When I was as a youth, I was doing formerly. Nobody want to farm. Nobody, no youth today want to go into farming. You don't want to work, but you want to make money. How? Is it possible? Yeah. Let us stop shifting the blame to the government. It's not the government that developed Europe. It's the private sector. People have money in that state. They are not utilizing it to create job. We are waiting for the government. What our job is the government going to create? It's the individuals who has money that create job. Even here we are living, the transport service we do, is it not private? Here in Europe. But money powered by the government. Please, for this issue in Benin, if we really want to tackle it, everybody have to go back to the drawing board. We start from our home, the parents, the father, they have a role to play, and the traditional rulers, and the job where the niggas.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
The important security is today that the state government have no power whatsoever to control the police. The constitution of the Nigeria is the problem of the country. Thank you.
All right, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Where are you calling from and what's your name?
Hello, my brother. This is I'm calling from UK. My name is Sosa.
Hello, madam. Yes, good evening, madam.
Yeah.
So, what is your contribution to us today?
I just want to contribute to what my brother ERIAMIANTOE said and Monday. They know me very well. I'm their sister.
Okay.
My name is Sosa.
All right.
So, first of all, I live with Monday here in the United Kingdom. I want to ask my brother Monday, if he's aware, because I know about security here. If anything is happening in the United Kingdom, in fact, you know that they don't mention Boris Johnson in everything. They talk to the people responsible, police officers. But why is it that those states is different? Because me and you, brother Monday, we were together in the Zoom meeting the other day. That when Obaseki said he is not answerable to the police, he has the power to tell them something. But they have to take advice or whatever. Go ahead from the AIG. It was a public announcement. We didn't hear it. Why are we still pursuing all this thing? Everything security, governor. Is the governor Obaseki the police? They have their duty. Okay, for example, actually, you said Obaseki is collecting huge money. If he's not giving that allocation to the police, you don't know what will happen. If the opposition can go as far as telling him to provide certificate, they can't tell him to bring money for the security. So,
all right, thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
It's time for us to start talking. Let's find solution. And I have a solution. That is my opinion. The solution I think I have now, yes.
What's the solution, madam?
The solution I think I have on my own is all of us that is in diaspora, all of us, if we can do one thing in our street, yes, if we can do one thing, one thing in our street light, or creating jobs for 2 or 3 people. We can do lots, not Obaseki. Obaseki is not the owner of Edo State. Everybody is the owner of Edo State. Everybody, we are the owner
All right.
of Edo State, and we can build that state.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you, madam. God bless you, madam. Thank you. Mr. Ima, before we pick another call, I want Mr. Ima to respond to... Okay, we have one more caller. Let's take this before we come in so that we can take all together. Yeah, hello. Yeah, good evening. Where are you calling us from? What's your name?
Good evening. I'm Benedict. I'm calling from Vietnam.
Okay, thank you, sir. Go ahead. What do you have for us today?
Okay, fine. Please, I want us to know that what is happening in Edo State is affecting everybody. We should stop making this thing political. You understand? Everything they say, governor, money, this money, that. It's not about the governor. Issue. So many things has happened. Over the years, they've kept quiet about it. Rather, the politicians are using the boys. Now, so many has lost their loved ones. People now, they are fighting for revenge. Before anything, they take their guns into the street and start fighting. It's high time we put our heads together and think of a lasting solution to these things. Every audience every community, the government and the police should put their heads together to see what they can do about it. Because even the police, they are worst. You understand?
Okay.
They are worst. So we have the police inside the partisan system, inside the system.
Thank you,
so
sir.
They should look for how to tackle this thing and stop making it political. Any small thing and security votes and all that. If we are doing all this, that means we don't care about our citizens. We don't care about our people.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
That is just my contribution.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Ima, did you hear the last caller?
Very well.
Okay, so what do you have to say? Because we received about 4 calls, right? The lady who said that we shouldn't be blaming the governor for everything, and the gentleman who just talked right now said, you know, we shouldn't be blaming the governor for everything, and the previous person as well. So I just want you to contribute before we go to Mr. ERIAMIANTOE.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want us to be very fair in discussing. This is a very serious matter. It's not a political issue. Let us not take it to the side of politics. If we want to be fair, the solution to Nigeria, not just the security, every aspect of Nigeria. First of all, let me ask one question. What sector is working in Nigeria? Is it the education? Is it the electricity? Is it the roads?
Thank you,
is it
man.
the economy?
Thank you,
Nothing
man.
is working.
Thank you, man.
So the truth is that we need a very new and Nigeria constitution.
In my is on ground.
Until we face the facts and do the needful, this is how we are going to be rigmaroling.
Yes,
we're not doing anything. See, the government, this state goes beyond the state governor.
Yes, so
this matter we are discussing is beyond 700 million or 1 billion naira monthly police security.
Yes, so
if it is much more bigger than this problem. Look, police not responding to issues in Edo State is not particular to Edo State. The same thing is happening in Lagos. I just came to Lagos yesterday.
Mr. Ima, hold on 1 minute.
What I was informed with.
Mr. Ima, hold on 1 minute. Hello, good evening. Where are you calling us from? What's your name? Please turn down your system, sir. Go ahead. Yeah, where are you calling us from? What's your name, sir?
Okay, my name is Bishop Akere.
Oh, Bishop Akere, our personal person. How far? Talk to us.
Good evening. I greet everybody for there.
Thank you.
Bishop Akere, good evening.
The problem of those states, not be seen now today. They say look at that from there. All those governors where they come before. How to everybody did that state where they make commissioner of transport to person who go school. What about we go school?
Okay, but Bishop, Bishop, what do you have to say about our youth where they all the keys? So you know how many they don't drop since 1st of January now. Many parents are in pains right now. Wait till you want to talk for this matter.
Okay, what I want to talk about the matter is, I don't say this, all these things, now because of the same thing now where I heard the talk before now. Now the system they try to fight back. This thing, you know, if you try to stop her, and the system they fight. They say they arrest everybody. They say they arrest the really Curtis were those. Every youth were those states. Now 5% that will come out say we not be Curtis were those states. Now for government now to channel the energy now, for solution and government to channel the energy, and that energy now, where we say now Curtis now many parts for the boys for the Edo state. Even the thing even go this guest, not only boys so. The thing even go this guest.
So, but how will one country settle this matter now? And we still here to the extent say some of our brothers who still there abroad, still from abroad, the same money go as me where they take the buy ammunition. You know, how will one can do this one? The one way travel come abroad, not learn from the system where you find itself. The one way they inside but go say suffering or the society situation now making they do what they do. So where do we go from here?
Okay, sir. The problem is even just like the way we see discuss now, we talk about government now. Some people they don't say good things about the government, so they talk about but now some people see the Europe CP. Even to the contribution, so some people now they seek for their alcohol where I say these things will not say they have for their after, they know they have for where they did so. They don't say not they have for there, but they say they support all those things. Just I don't have to talk, but they say they support all those things we do we think they have for those states so. They say they support and say, you know, if you make them not arrest Curtis, make them not do this one. But you decide where you did so, all those things not they work for where you did so. But they say they support her, just as people don't say this government good, they say this government not good. But
okay.
People know what it is. People know how government is supposed to be run. Everything will still like back to the government.
All right. Thank you, my brother.
Now to set all institutions, we will regulate all those things. So we channel those energy towards sports, towards different things.
Thank you so much. Thank you, my lovely brother. Thank you. Take care. God bless you. Right. Before we go on, there's more calls coming in. I want please call us. Hold on for 1 minute because Mr. ERIAMIANTOE, I want you to answer those calls that you've that came in so that we can move on with another cause. Mr. ERIAMIANTOE, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. I think it's a very good one that people just they just spoke and what they just said is just the right way. Just like what Mr. Emmanuel said, that the problem of this country is not we should take it out of political and look at the constitution of the nation as of today.
Problem of the state.
Now, if Pamode had been following me in the last 2 months, you would have understood my point where I'll be going to. Now, in the area of the court that is in Edo State today, I want to say it again. Please just give me 5 minutes. I was just going to rush it over. The first thing is this: the government of Edo State should, as a matter of fact, revoke every licenses of all confraternity in Edo State. So the moment the licenses are being revoked, it makes them illegal. Number 2, all court-related offenses and criminal acts should be given a level of amnesty for a period of 60 days, after which it will invoke an executive order on them. Those of them that refuse to submit themselves and their weapons to the government will be declared terrorists. Number 3, anyone who actually decided to turn a new leaf and decide to submit their weapons and renounce cultism will be rehabilitated through the government policy on amnesty. Number 4, those people that were not being rehabilitated after a certain period of time cannot be cooperated into the neighbor watch of the state or in their locality, because they actually know everyone in their streets. They know who they are. That ends the story. That is the way, nothing more, nothing less. Let's leave politics outside of this. You know, one thing is this: why Obaseki is also afraid, Mr. Moderator. It is because of the fear of political intonation that we put in if he start going after society people that we all know are actually cultists. That is the problem here. Because the Edo State before and after the election has become so fragile. The unity of Edo has become so fragile based on the battle that took place during the last concluded election. There's no history since I've grown up. There's no election in Edo that was as brutal as what we experienced in the just concluded election. So there are some issues today that the government will not want to go into, so they don't tell it to become a political tool. That's the truth, sir. So what they need right now is a chief order, and the executive order should be declared by the governor. And then when that happens, it will bring to bear every form of, whatever it is in the community today. But if the government decides to say it's afraid of getting, on some toes, guys, we are going to be in a big shit. So I'm calling on him. It is high time you take the bull by the horn. You have so much power, Governor Obaseki, so much power that you can do and undo as the governor of a state. So it is high time you take such power and make the people know that actually you are the governor.
All right.
People are taking your quietness as stupidity.
Right.
Enough is enough. Take an action on these people. Let them know that you have so much power in the constitution as today. Make use of it.
Correct.
Deal with people when the need arises. Then heaven will not fall. Put people behind the bar if the need arises. Heaven would fall. Let it be opposition. Put them in the bar. Let it be your own party member. Put them behind the bars. Make Edo State safe and let them be proud of you. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Thank you. God bless you for that. Thank you very much. Mr. Iman, what do you have to say about it before we have Mr. Monday? Mr. Iman, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you clearly.
Yeah. What do you have to say about what Mr. Ramato just said?
Let me just continue from where I stopped initially. See, if we think this problem is about Edo State, then we have missed it. This problem is all over Nigeria. Police are not responding to anything in Nigeria as I speak. I live in Lagos. I'm in Lagos now. I came to Lagos yesterday. Before I left to Benin about a month ago, about a week or 2 weeks after NSAS matter, the same cuttings took place in my area. Very dreadful one. One of the leader of the cuttings was killed very close to my house. For over 3 weeks, we did not have peace in this area, and there was no presence of police. I left to Benin. I came back yesterday. The same thing was reported, that every day killing everywhere, and no police doesn't respond to anything. So it's not about Edo State alone. It's about everywhere in Nigeria. It's not about Obaseki. If we make this matter look like about Obaseki, then we have missed it. We must get a new constitution. We must restructure Nigeria to the point that the state government will have power to take some deadly decision. If we are going to continue in this, no matter what Obaseki said in the Commissioner of Police in Edo State, if he's not going to respond, he's not going to respond. He's not going to do anything because of our constitution. How can you be waiting for order from Abuja to police Ugbuyoko? It's not going to work. We must face it. It's not about 700 million. If we like, then give out 25 billion every month. And mind you, the police, see, some of these things, some people are enjoying it. They are making billions out of these things every year. And they want it to continue. We must really look at Nigeria as a nation and decide where we want to go. I'm not advocating for separation. Nigeria will be better as a nation. But if we have to move on, the federal government must take a decision that Nigeria will move on. Until the federal government take that decision that Nigeria will move on, we will not move on. Because everything ends with the federal government. State government in Nigeria have no power. You can only have power to deal with your political enemies or friends within the state. Outside there, you can't do nothing. Nothing. So we must look at our constitution properly. Now, we are saying these Scottish, they are not people that we cannot really handle. The problem is that these people, even the armed robbers, these people find a system that is weak to operate in. When you, okay, let me just take draw a little analysis. Now, armed robbers will carry POS along to go and raid. Kidnappers will use POS to go and raid, and you cannot trace it. No, you can't trace it. When you report to the police tell go and bring 200,000. Maybe they collected 50,000 from you. The police is asking you for 250,000 to go and go to Abuja and get a police report for a POS that is just at the press of button in the office. You are supposed to get these people who get with the account where this money going to, and they are doing it every day. Every day they use POS to rob. The whole go to armed robbery with POS. They hold people on the way with POS, and they ask for your ATM. They slot it in. Even before the NSAS, police was doing it too.
All right, thank you, Mr. Iman.
It's as bad as that.
All right, we are going to take a call right now. Okay, we lost that caller. I'm sorry, everyone that is trying to call in right now. Okay, we have the caller is calling back. Hello, yeah, good evening. Where are you calling us from, and what's your name? Hello, sir. Yeah, good evening. Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good evening.
Okay.
I'm calling from Italy. My name is John.
Okay, talk to us. Wait till you get to talk for this matter where they go on for our state, so they don't kill all our youth finish with courtesy wahala.
My brother, you know, so this problem we just talk. It's a very simple matter. Mostly we will do diaspora here. We see the way the people they work. First and foremost, for me, at least mostly that I don't say, all of us will get with you. All of us will do, and I said you will not get out for me. Yes, and every one of us, security, what would they see for our people, what would they enjoy? Number one, security here, not the police they do. Now, camera is the first thing here. You see something happen for abroad here, now police go come. They go find out they not see, but they go, before they look one or two cameras, they don't see how that thing they happen, how it start, how it finish. At least we will do that for here. At least if all of us will still get house, mostly that Benin the way they just the kiki for each street now. Before you go see a street for Benin will be saying not the person will they abroad. 2 or 3 people will not get house for that street. If each and every one of us will get camera for our houses, something they happen, we go must they know and we go see them. It go dey easier again for police to the work and to get all these people easily. Because like the one we happen for this ERIAMIANTOE show day before yesterday, we happen for Wiogi. But that Wiogi is my from Okuku is my place. That place now, like that person will kill those people now, they not see. If at least a camera, they must surely see how get those people to take police to take work. And bro, their police, Nigeria police, they try well. But they don't get the equipment, nothing to take work. But before those things day, when you go show them, like just like if you show police come, like put video where you video, they don't see and they know how to get this thing. So for me, I believe that thing will still work well for us.
Thank you.
Those things.
Thank you, my brother.
Before we talk of the Nigeria, if we can secure our state first, if our state government see the way our state secure, then other states will still come.
All right.
Try to move on from there.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Good evening. Where are you calling us from? What's your name, sir?
Hello.
Hello. Please turn down your system. Turn down your system over there.
Hello. Yeah. Good evening. My name is Obaze.
Okay.
I'm calling from Germany.
Okay, sir. Go ahead, but turn down where you are watching me from so we can hear you more clearer. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Mine is a little bit long. I'm from Benin. I grew up in Benin. Right from our time, even from primary school.
Yeah.
Ogbemudia made mention of this thing before when he was a governor. He said, Ogbemudia said they should not be using the public auto. They give them in the office Saturday and Sunday. What these our big men did, they will take the motor to their house and they will be removing fuel from the motor of government and put in their private to travel home.
and their children are watching that. When their children go to the school, what they do, the money you give them to buy ink we were using those days, they will not buy the ink. In break time, they will go to another person's desk and take a pen to draw ink. That is where corruption starts. Please, about the police, if you can check the police very well, that emblem in their head is from Ugboni fatality. In Nigeria police, I have a friend. If you are a policeman, before you handle a sergeant in your shoulder, if you are not in Ugboni society, you cannot handle that sergeant. The muka will come in your couple. And this is what now the Ugboni fatality is going down more and more, and the youth now started, their children, not even the youth, their children started this one, bringing other courtesan up, and they want to end them by all means. And if you should look our place now, people that is in abroad to come home, you have fear. If you check in Benin now, where are these things from? Look Upper Sakonga. Why is this place so tough? If Roboman is coming, he cannot come and stay in Siloko Road, because if he do any wonder, before he will run to decide he want to run back home, he will be caught. Agbo is coming, Igbo is coming, Urobo is coming, Isha is coming. They stay in Upper. Anything they want to find the solution there. Please, I will try to use this opportunity to beg the Oba of Benin. Before they should sell the land to non-native, let them be taking a permission from the palace. If I thought you are the owner of that place, they will know the rightful person that owns that place. And secondly, the whole landlord. People are there that are building different houses. Some of them, they don't know even the house. And you don't know who is living there. They will rent it, they will be using it for another purposes. And the way our people, even with that in Germany here, hardly before you can see a German. Michigan said it before. He said German people are too greedy. The money you work for, the money you suffer for, see the way they spread money in those states. You will be afraid of yourself. And these people that are spreading the money, the government cannot say they don't know where these people get that money from. Which company are you to spend such a money? A brother like this, he will bring billion in a party to be using. He exposed himself, and they are looking at them. Please, it's a lot of things to do in Benin.
Thank you, sir.
It's a lot, not governor alone, but if a governor can come out and say, me myself, I'm not in any court, it's a lie.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for your contribution.
Who is there again? Who is not in the court? But the youth, they take it too much hard.
All right. God bless you, sir.
With that of a thing.
Thank you, sir.
Yoruba use us to some level. Now they get that society before.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Yeah, good evening. Well, this is the last call before we answer our guest. Hello, where are you calling us from and what's your name? Hello? Okay, we can hear you now. Go ahead. Where are you calling us from and what's your name?
I'm calling from Italy.
Okay, my brother, I beg, turn down your system away from the watch us from. Make you tell us how you feel for this matter where they go off our those days. So.
The something with that, you need to cut out from the root. You understand me? Because the government, they don't encourage the root. Because any youth that have a good future, no go feel poor for bad thing. You understand me? So the government, they need to cut out from the root, so that any youth cannot put on in any bad thing.
Okay.
It's very bad.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, my brother. Thank you. Hello, where are you calling us from? What's your name?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, good evening, sir. Where are you calling us from? Your name?
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm calling from the United States.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you're in afternoon there. We are just in 7 p.m. here now. So what do you have to say about the situation that is going on in our state? Our youth are killing themselves in the name of courtesan, and the government are not doing enough. So what do you have to say, sir?
rise again. And if I look at my DNA, you might be my brother, Mr. Again. But here's the truth.
Okay, sir.
Charity begins at home. These cops, boys, their parents are cops. Their parents are land grabbers. Their parents are corrupt. That's why all these problems is there. We all grew up in Benin. I grew up from nowhere. When I mean nowhere, my father wasn't ordered to rich, but we were not poor, and I wasn't stealing. Some of these cops are thieves. Some of them are thieves. When I mean thieves, I'm robbers. The gun they carry are not license. Their parents know them. They don't say anything about it because their parents are corrupt, and their mindset are totally corrupt. So I've been listening to a lot of callers on this program. They are talking about the solution, but they are not talking about the causes. You don't talk about the solution of a problem when you don't know the causes. What are the causes? The causes is that parents should speak to their children. If you send them to school, where the situation is right now, check on them. Check on them. In those days when we were growing up, if you see your teacher on your street, you are shivering to your spine. You cannot even utter a word. A lot of people ask me, Kogia, with this and that. When I was growing up, I left my father's house very young. Well, does that make me to become a cult or a mob robber? No. The mindset today where people worship money, they don't work hard to get this money, is some of the problem of this world, where we are now in Benin. And if this problem is not solved, the society which is going to do will be consumed. One, at the end where other people are going to the national level competing for presidency, competing for what? Project in their various states, and those states will be lacking behind. Because this court, boys who are supposed to have a think and come out of this evil and systemic situation created by their parents, which they find themselves right now. Those states do not have to the person will try themselves or try to compete with other states in Nigeria, because the human resources to handle all these problems have been destroyed years back. So in order to solve this thing, we have to look back. Politicians, policemen, some of them are cops. Some of the politicians are cops. Let them come out playing. Some of them go to church, they are cops. Let them come out saying, let them renounce this evil cultism. Nobody's going to live in this world forever. But remember, you that destroy somebody, one day you will go back to that sin street.
Exactly.
No talking with surprise that sin street is the ultimate. Whether you are rich or you are poor, this thing will not stop. Let us reorientate. Let them begin to do TV jungles to educate and enlighten these 16-year-old boys, 15-year-old boys. I'm just crying here. That are doing all these things. Some of them are teenagers. In America, the people I control here, some of them are their age mates. If you want to handle them, let them sort of what's called welfare. They used to have it in those days. Though in my own time when I was growing up, those things were already out of place because of corruption. Let them set up what is called welfare. Boys and Girls Club. When I mean Boys and Girls Club, I'm not talking about where the parties are being held, but where people can be taught after school. Taught about how to respect laws, how to respect laws and others, how to create peace in our environment. And at the same time, the government should also set up bodies not known to the public as snitches. If you see something, say it. If there's court in your house and there are tenants creating all this kind of evil stuff that is going on in the society, release their name to the police. And the police should also see their lip. They shouldn't give source
All right.
And at the same time, government should also what? Parents should also make sure that they engage their children. If they have businesses, maybe in New Market and others, when your children come back from school, tell them to come to work and give them little statements at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, or at the end of the month.
Thank you, sir.
As a carrot and stick system, that's what we're supposed to apply. When the children do bad, punish them. Or, those in the primary school, because some of these countries are in the primary school. I've not heard of this thing before. We all passed through the university system in Nigeria. There was course there. But all this kind of nonsense, crazy activities that's going on right now was in our own time.
Thank you, sir.
Just yesterday.
All right.
Thank
you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. All right. I want Mr. Ramato to respond to this now. Mr. Ramato, are you there?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay.
I think the last caller now. I think your cousin or dad. I think he had actually nailed the nail right on the head. Having talked about the political aspect of it, let that go to the reality. What is the way out? Like I said in my submission on my video today, that the government had a lot to do to bring this to an end. And one of those is Amnesty. I'm going to say it again. And based on what Mr. Iman said right now, I think I also made mention of that also, that the landlords in these areas like Upper Sapomba and this other area whereby these guys are actually predominant, a decree and a security order can be made, just like what happened in Rivers State during the time of Amici. And the security order can be made that after the amnesty program, any landlord or father who refuses to hand over their children, who refuse to renounce courtesan to the appropriate authority, their houses will be destroyed, will be demolished. It happened in Rivers and it actually worked through the time of Amici. So I think these are ways in which we can begin to eradicate these people from the street. And I also want to say to our brothers, now, the idea of no job, we should stop saying there is no job in Benin. Let's define what a job is. My brother here, Mr. Emmanuel, he is a graduate, but he works for us now on NAIJA Watch. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, you are very right.
He's in the street every day. 99% of our youth will not do the job that Emmanuel is doing today.
Exactly.
What are we talking about? He got a job that he's very happy with what he's doing. I follow him every day. He's so passionate about what he's doing today. Nobody want to do that. I'm going to tell you something now. I had a farmland, okay, that I wanted to clear just last week. And we got some boys from the village, not even town, village. They say, hey, pa, we don't declare again. No. Inside village, we don't declare again. Villagers, they say don't declare again. Then my brother had to go and employ the service of an Hausa man to come and do the job. The Hausa man got 30,000 naira in less than 4 hours. Somebody's going to tell me there's no job? How much do I make even in Europe in 4 hours? How much do I make in Europe even in 4 hours? As a professional. That is the situation there. These guys don't want to do some jobs. You're not interested in it. When I was growing up, I was in school. I was digging, what is it called? Sockaway. To pay my bills. I was clearing to pay my bills. These guys will not want to do that now. They're going to tell him, no, that job is not for us. I did that. I had no father. I was 17 when I lost my dad. So it's a long time ago. So all my life, it was just me and a jobless mother. So when people say there is no job for the youth, that is a problem. What kind of job does the youth need? What kind of qualification do they have? I was in Sweden, sir. I studied here. Okay? After I finished, I couldn't get a job. I have to change my course to become a caterer. In Nigeria, they're going to tell you, me, to be cook. Me, we don't go, I don't get first degree, second degree, 19 degree, 20 degree. I will not become cook, God forbid. They will carry their certificate from one NAPC office to another, from one bank to another, where they can wear tie and feel big. But I have to think very fast and took the easiest way out. I want to become a caterer. That's what I live on today, not the school I went to here. That is already in the dustbin. So when people say there is no job, please, we should start making that, because we make them to feel as if the government is not responsive to them. I know people in that Benin who drive buses and they build houses. No house, I mean houses. I know people who are farmers today in Benin. Imanabogo is a farmer. Many of these guys, they are farmers. Look at, what's his name? What's the name of this boy that came to my show? Umaba, Cephas.
Cephas Nohamba.
Cephas. He's a young guy, brilliant, intelligent. He would have been trying to be a cultist. But he's a farmer. He's living on those things. When he came to my show, he started narrating how he picks ions on the road. Mr. Elvis, I know you've watched that video.
Of
How he
course.
picks ions on his road and put it in his boot and go and drop it at the back of his house. And call these people who normally buy this and take it. You also watched one of our videos when a lady came from One Destiny from Lagos. How she was picking sachet waters, waste. That today she's making so much money. When people say there is no job in Benin, the job where we live today, how many of us actually do a very legitimate job? How many of us that work in a proper office? How many of us does that? And most of the jobs we do today are also private-owned jobs. But the Nigerian system do not want to do that anymore. They will tell you whereby the minimum wage in Nigeria is 30,000. If you pay Nigeria 30,000, they will tell you they're not ready to accept it. We almost begin to tell ourselves the truth. And it is not joblessness that brings about cultism. No. It's not joblessness that brings cultism to Nigeria or to Edo State. It is wanting to belong to the people that makes many of these guys to go into court. I spoke with somebody yesterday. He told me, he said the issue is girlfriend issue. Or we go to party. I mistakenly pour drink on a Brahma. Mistakenly, then because Brahma is in another color, I'm in another color, I have offended Brahma. The Brahma must come and kneel down. Sometimes they will ask you to pay some certain amount. If Brahma refuses to pay, then the war starts. Maybe then the mayor beat Brahma up in the bar, beat him mercilessly. The Brahma will go now, and when they see, say, okay, what happened now? Say, no, man, I don't say other color. Say, why they go to that one? Who born them? Who born them? Who born them? Then they will just go now with Brahma will not show them. They will go and retaliate. Remember when they are beating the other guy? They will just beat him to death. This is what has happened. Now only drink, now me and Brahma pour for each other body. That leads to what? Killing today. Is that as a result of joblessness? No. Number three, if it is joblessness, many of us in abroad today, who's actually sponsoring these people in Nigeria? Are we sponsoring them because we are jobless? You knew what happened in Italy when they rounded them up in Italy. Over 45 Nigerians. Over 45 Nigerians, 30-something of them were from Edo State. They were member of one confraternity or the other. Are they suffering in Italy, whereby they get everything practically free? But yet they still decided to be in court. So poverty is not the result of cultism in Nigeria. It is wanting to belong to the society that makes many of these people to be member of court. Let me shock you, sir. Many of the people who are leaders of this court are actually children of big and wealthy men in the society. The children of the affluence are the leaders of this court. Because they have the money, they have the connection, they have everything at their disposal. So they made the capons. We knew what was happening while we were in school. Any son of a big man, the minute you come in, they take you in and become like like the leader automatically, because you have the money, you have the connection, you have everything at your disposal. So you can easily set them free anytime trouble erupted in the campus. So we cannot say it is joblessness, we cannot say it is because the government have neglected them. No, it's not about negligence. It's about these people wanting to belong and they are not ready to actually do what is right because of the greed. And lastly, before I drop, we in diaspora, we created this problem. Bramonde, you are part of it. ELVIS, you are part of it. I myself am part of it. I'm going to tell you why. Of the problem we have today. We might not be directly poor. When I mean poor, because we live in abroad. Do you know, sir? Many of our guests, political guests, that we are in Italy and all these other places, the way that manner they were sending money home to their families was alarming. Was alarming that nobody wants to work anymore in Edo State. And you became so much lazy that you don't want to do anything. Those of them that were in the villages, we are taken from the villages by these guys. They were trying to assist their family, but rather they began to destroy them. They will take them to the city, rent the house for them, buy them clothes, buy them cars, do everything for them. It got to the point this guy became so lazy that without sister bringing euro, without me going to idea, then there's no life anymore. That's how many of them who were learning mechanic stopped going to the mechanic workshop. That's how many of them who were learning carpentry and other vocations, they stopped doing it because there was one girl somewhere who was working hard and hard, using all her body to make money and sending it to them for them to eat on. And when the palace, in collaboration with the government, ended this entire system gradually, and also the collapse of the economy of these states, of these nations, that was when the high rate of insecurity rose again in Edo State in particular. So my submission is this: we should put the blame at the doorstep of the parents, one, and two, it's not about joblessness, because there are jobs in Edo, but people do not really want to work. They want to get a job whereby they wear suit like ELVIS. Now, look neat, go to office, do nothing, sit there in an office, and at the end of the day, they go home. That is not what is workable in every other clime of the world. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Ramator. I appreciate you. Mr. Mode and Mr. Imam, Mr. Ramator will be leaving us now because you have an appointment to cover, appointment that have everything to do with us as well. So we are going to continue this within ourselves, but I want Mr. Mode to contribute. Mr. Ramator, you're leaving right now, right?
Yeah, let me just run down. Maybe I can meet you guys again. If I meet you guys, I will log back in.
Okay, then. All right, then. See you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Mode, what do you have to say concerning this situation that we are right now?
The callers, Mr. Emmanuel and Mr. ERIAMIANTOE. Mr. ERIAMIANTOE seems to lay off the blame of joblessness on employment, that is not the employment that caused it. If not the unemployment, what else then?
Oh, hold on, sir. Mr. Ima, can you hear me? Mr. Ima, you cannot hear me. Okay, you need to come back again. I'm gonna take you out. Please come back again with the same link. All right, go ahead, sir.
So if it is not unemployment, then what then is the cause? The problem, most people in diaspora, especially we, like Humanist Stephen calls it just now, they don't go home most of the time. They don't actually know the situation out there. And I just happen to be opportune to go home all the time. But in the last 1 year and 3 months, I've not been going home. There's suffering. There's suffering in Nigeria, especially Edo State. There is suffering. No job. Stephen was just talking blah, 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 job, plenty job. A situation where you graduate a lot of thousands graduates every year. They don't get job to do. They don't get white-collar job. He's now referring them to go and be a farmer, to go and be clearing ground, not even a farmer, to go and clear ground, laborer job in the sun and inside thick forest. And when snake bite you, not you to even treat yourself. Even the farm he is talking about now, I did 100 acres. First of all, my problem was that where will I get storage for my produce? Zero, nothing, no tractors, no loan, no finance from the agriculture, from the agriculture ministry. Even the land is not there for them to farm on. It's a lawyer. All these things cost money. For them to be blaming them that they are supposed to go to farm, they are supposed to drive minibus or drive bus. How many graduates to drive bus, and who would they carry if all of them are driving bus? There is no job there. I've been there. I'm telling you the truth. These people, when I look at them, if I go to Nigeria, I praise them. I say, how do you people survive this? A situation whereby even the food they eat is centered. You won't let people talk. The food they eat is centered around Akbu Eba. Then animal skin or belly of cow. They eat a cow head. Having a girlfriend. Does it occur to ERIAMIANTOE that for a graduate to rent a flat, they have to go into marriage of inconvenience, marriage of convenience with another youth couple for them to be able to rent a flat? Okay. Supper there, mates. How much would they receive? 30,000. How much would 30,000 take you for? When you pay your rent, you pay your bus fare, you have to feed. The electricity now you top in. They don't even talk of watching their so-called sky. I mean, what do they call it in Nigeria? That television. You pay. You don't even get light. One of the callers just now was talking about security camera. Now, peace. Now, shit, you want to take power the security camera. Come on to buy battery for your torch. It's hard. These graduates, they just produce a lot of graduates. These people do not have any hope. The youth they are talking about, most of the Edo youth, they are in overseas. If they are not in overseas, they are in Africa. In short, they are all of them, almost all of them are in overseas. What you find here, they are just mainly, as I said before, few people from neighboring states and neighboring towns. Go to Benin City. Go and talk about mechanic. The cars we are now having in Edo State, they are cars with computerized cars. Our mechanics, they learn the traditional way of learning how to drive, how to repair those old cars with carburetors. What we now have is injector with ECU.
Hello, Mr. Mode. Hold on. Somebody want to respond to what you're saying. Hello, good evening. Where are you calling from? Hello. Hello, please turn down your system over there. I can't hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Hold on, sir. Hold on. Try to. Hold on. Your system over there. I can't hear you, sir. Okay. From the look of things.
Hello, the noise on your background is too much, sir. Turn it off totally. Totally.
Are you hearing me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Where are you calling from, sir?
I can hear my brother speaking, they're talking about man.
Oh. Okay.
I agree with some of the things that he said.
Yeah.
I disagree with a lot of them. When he talk about farming is a job. Our brother who said he works in the restaurants have just cited an example how things works in overseas. Let us not begin to deceive ourselves. Let us not begin to deceive ourselves because a lot of us are deceiving ourselves. How does things work in overseas? The private enterprise, which is the small jobs, pull the economy up, not the government. Government does not just give everybody here employment. So if anybody are doing fine, you are also contributing to the economy. If you employ 1 or 2 persons that are helping you to pick up the crops in the farm, you are also helping the economy.
All right.
Without agriculture, like agrarian economy, West Africa as a whole, because of the nature of their soil, anything that drop on that soil will grow and it becomes something. Nigeria will not grow. But we're talking about providing employment. They want to make money from oil yes. Things does not work that way. If people want to go back to, I'm still saying it, people should go back to the land, produce, and tell the government to assist. There are ways to make sure that money comes in, and for preservation of those items from the farm.
Okay, sir. I think you have 30 seconds to round up, sir.
Okay. The one thing is that we shouldn't take our mind away from take our eyes away from the ball. Agriculture is part of the mainstay of Nigerian economy, of Edo State economy.
Okay, sir.
So people should go and farm. There are a lot of things that they can do to farm. We have ShopRite, we have everything, all that stuff there. They can sell this produce there. There are ways they can, people can come in and help them out. The issue that people shouldn't go and farm, that farming is bad and blah, blah, blah. The richest people in America, they are farmers. So thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Okay, Mr. Monday, I want you to continue and respond to what that gentleman all the way from America said.
That guy in America just talked about in favor of farming. He has not been to Nigeria to experience it firsthand before he can talk about it. He doesn't know what entails into when you try to go into farming. 1, you need the land, and you will not get the farm very close to your house. You need transport, preferably a 4x4 truck, to be able to go through those roads. Thirdly, the labor to work in the farm. Fourthly, your storage place for your farm. If you try to use the traditional system of storage, those are outdated now. Somebody or the herdsmen with their cow, they will just come with their cow, they will eat all the yams in the barns. So when they talk about farming, it's not just that easy. For you to clear 1 acre of land before I left Benin, you are talking about 20,000 naira. For people like us with 100 acres, 20,000 naira times 100 acres, you know how much is there. On top of that, they will ask you to buy them food, garri and beans or beans and rice. Then the planting, except they have money to plant 1 acre. Then when it comes to the maintenance, like cassava farm, you need to maintain it, clear it twice a year. By the time everything is done, how much are you expecting from the cassava plantation? Not quite much. But people like us who have experienced it, you find it that it will be better to even process the garri and sell it. You make more money. But then again, you need your own transport to take the garri to Lagos to go and sell and bring the money those people collected from Abuja, or the money in Lagos, to Benin. Farming, they are talking about farming. It's not all that just easy. You need capital investment. Somebody who maybe went to school in town, then graduated in town, you want him to go to the bush. These days, a lot of them rely on fertilizer. For you to get good fertilizer, a cheap fertilizer for you to process your farm, one needs to apply to the government, and it doesn't come in time. You have to buy from the black market, and that increases your cost. How much are you expecting? So when they talk about this Scottish thing that is not the fault of the government, I laugh. Who is the chief security of the state? Is it not the governor? Who is the chief security of Nigeria? Is it not the president? A situation when Emmanuel was talking just now, he said the neighbors took the pride, took the grass and pursued these hoodlums, and they got one and they did instant justice. These are the type of things they're supposed to encourage. That is neighborhood watch, a guardian angel. Again, if guardian angel or neighborhood watch are not properly encouraged, these people will back off. They will not do. I have a situation that I have first-hand information. I mean, an experience. When I was in Nigeria, young, before I came to overseas, and after I've lived in overseas, when I go home, a situation where you send messages around the people in your street that it is your turn today to be neighborhood watch. It is there some of them will come out and say he's sick. The doctor said he shouldn't do anything today. That's what they keep saying. Some of them will not come. Some of them will come. They will turn it a forum for them to drink a local gin. Anybody they see coming, walking, they take some money from him and they go and buy drink. Then in all these cases, we have seen it that these are the problem we find ourselves. The youth, in actual fact, I still remain from my starting point. The youth in Nigeria do not have hope. No way. Where can you see any youth now who will work, save, work and get good salary? That salary, he will actually go to the embassy and present his bank statement that he wants to visit overseas. Zero, nil. The embassy staff will say the money you earn is not even enough for you to eat, and you want to spend a lot to come to overseas. To come and do what? He will refuse. Gone are the days when people receive fabulous money. How much is minimum wage? 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira in British pound sterling is about 50 quid, 50 pounds a month. And right. The food you buy.
So we have a caller. Hold on 1 minute. Hello, good evening. Where are you calling from? What's your name? Hello. Hello, please, can you turn down your system over there so you can hear me? Hello, where are you calling from? What's your name?
I'm hearing you. Hello, my name is Fred.
Oh, calling from where?
Please, from Sweden.
From Sweden. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I have a little contribution, and you know, there was a day I called you. We're talking about trying to speak Benin. You said we should use English. I will still use English, but I will speak Benin also.
No, you should speak Pidgin English as well. You know, if you want to speak Benin, you are allowed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I will speak English and I will mix it with Benin. Okay?
No, go ahead, sir. Anyone.
Brother, I always listen to Monday from UK. I always listen to him. There are some points he always hammer. But and he made a statement of recent that he always go to Nigeria, but a year and 3 months he has not been going to Nigeria now. And brother Steve, he was talking about, I believe Steve is now to a year that he went to Nigeria. Even myself talking to you, I was in Nigeria February, before July, I came back to Sweden. So the problem in that country is so enormous that sometimes when you think about it, you don't need to blame anyone. You blame yourself first, you that is talking.
Yeah.
You blame yourself first, okay? So why? We don't make noise here, we don't talk here. The system control you. Okay, that is what I believe that is one of the biggest problems from the federal level to the state level in Nigeria. That's number one. Then number two, particularly in Makete and Pelima. Before we are not travel. What is happening? In travel, they believe in having many wives and to have so that they can cultivate big land of farm. So, but the system of Italy travel that I came, the women have started traveling. Then me and you, we have tested abroad. We are still in the position to help these people, to help our village, to help our state. How?
We just stay here talking. Brother Mode, talk. Yes, Mr. Hume, what he said, there are points that he's saying. But why do we like to always start with big money when you don't have money? You don't have capital. What are the reality? Okay, I went to school. Now school is not functional. I could not get a job. Not because of a state governor, not because of federal state governor, federal state president, or it could be their fault. Then I make a change. There are many people who came from Nigeria as a graduate. When they came here, they start washing ground, they start doing cleaning. There are many jobs we are doing abroad. We cannot do it in Nigeria, in a state. You'll be feeling brag. You'll be feeling brag to the who are you, and you don't have money. So everything you base it on government. Yeah, the government, they have failed to prepare a good ground. That is what the person is trying to do. The person is running economic government, but people don't want to. They don't want to patience. Like what Mr. Hume is saying every time. They don't want to patience. In abroad, you say something of what crown. I live in a country they use crown. In Europe, if they say something, they after selling again on that particular goods, they make like two cents. In UK, the same thing. They're selling goods, they make something no less than £1. But our Nigeria situation, system mentality, they want to have business today, tomorrow they want to become a billionaire, they want to sell goods, even test it. So when you are talking and we are trying to encourage them, we that have learned from the Western world, we need to take our idea home and assist them. Okay, but you know that when you finish your school, you are not going to have employment. You want to have two ideas. Okay, let me just try I know in NAIJA, many students, they came to practice from me. Fellow youth, they take it to hostel. They said they are students. They are students. So I know what is being, and I love that being to the core. I am ready to even stay there. If you stay lockdown, I'm angry. I want to be at home. Because even when you're still in Benin, you still find a way to make something. You still find a way. Those that are graduate could not get job, go and learn a work. Remove shame, remove pride. Go and learn job. Remove pride. Stop expecting the white collar job like you said, Brother Modi, because the country is not prepared that way. That country is not prepared that way, just like abroad. 500 years ago, or 400, 300 years, they are prepared abroad that when you are a laborer, ordinary worker, not in the UK, you earn nothing less than £1,200 pounds. If you have children, that one is another separate. In Sweden, in Italy, in Europe, other Europe. After you pay your rentage, you have the money to manage the other one. If you know the money is not enough for you, you have the contract of job, go to a bank and borrow money. Let the system abroad.
Thank you, sir. You have 30 seconds.
I'm sorry, listen. If the federal government can make this rearrangement, restructuring they are talking about of system, that when somebody is working, he can go and borrow money. That's what they can do. Yeah. That's what they can do. Stop discouraging the youth that they want to where they can get a job. Look at job for yourself. In Italy, they are beggar. What they call shorty. Someone who do shorty will be building home in Edo State. Shorty.
Exactly. Thank you, sir.
What are you saying?
God bless you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. One more caller, then we take this and you answer. Go ahead. Good evening. Where are you calling us from? Please turn down your system.
Okay.
Please turn down your system. Turn down your system.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good evening.
It's me again, Esosa.
Okay, madam. Go ahead.
Yes. The thing I want to contribute is this. You know, the problem in our state, we in diaspora, yeah, we are because of this problem. The reason why I say so is this. We have refused to tell those people in Nigeria, in Edo State, what we are doing here. We don't tell them the type of job we are doing. Because according to my hero, because he's my role model, Mr. Monday and Remato, they know. I go to Nigeria at least once or twice a year. And okay, you want me to help you? I go to the phone I'm using, the one you are using, you that is talking, can buy my own twice.
So what are we saying? There is no job, there is no job, they are suffering. People that are suffering in Lagos State, before the person that is suffering, using, can buy the one I'm using twice. So that's number one. When I came to this United Kingdom, I started as a cleaner. Cleaner. Who will do that job in Nigeria? Nobody. I started as a cleaner, was looking for 2 hours. From there, I upgraded. From there, I went to school. From there, that's how I was developing myself. Who will do that in Nigeria? After finishing from school. But Nigeria, I came here. Even this brother, Mr. Model, that is talking, he knows everything. Mr. Model is a very hard-working man. He's a role model. He has achieved. You know what he has done. He learned the hard way. He suffered. He worked hard. But I'm just surprised why he's encouraging people that are lazy. They call them. Yes, they are. You don't have anything. You don't want to work. Okay, October, I just came this September. Last year, September. I came from Nigeria. I call people to work for me. Just a little portion, a little place, just to do the job. They told me 40,000. It's a story. It's free. And I think I even shared it when we were on a Zoom, on a meeting United States, Nigeria, something, some time ago. They said 40,000 they are going to take to play that small portion. I was begging for 30K. The guy said no.
Okay.
People that are just the old man. People, you know, I think it's a that you will call that man because they don't have a day job, that they were just working along the road because they couldn't get a job. They say, Madam, any job for us? I said, job. Not really. Can you do this? I said, we do everything. I said, please, how much can you use to do this body for me? He said,
all right.
50,000. I said, what, 50,000? Then I said, no, I don't have. It's okay. Church, I said, 10,000. They did it. As soon as I want to buy something, the engineer was not saying, oh, somebody carried the most something already. What are we not saying?
Thank you, madam. You have 30 seconds to round up.
Pride is one of the, they should come down low, like the way we are in abroad.
Exactly.
So everything will be fine.
I support you on that, madam. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Ramator, what do you have to say about all the cause and what Mr. Monday said about you as well? You have to. Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Number one, farming has been my life. Maybe Mr. Monday is not a farmer. If he's a farmer, you understand how farming works.
I'm a big farmer.
When I grew up, I grew in a village. Okay, I grew in a village, and I did farming all my life. My dad was a farmer before he died. My grandma was a farmer. My grandma was a farmer before he died. So farming is all I know. It's all I do. You know. And number one is this: you don't need to farm when you are starting a farm. You don't need to farm for commercial purpose. You farm in order for you first to feed yourself before talking about making money. Because when you feed yourself, then there is a reduction in poverty. And when poverty is being reduced, crime rate reduces. When we were growing up, that's what our parents taught us to do. Get a farm, half acre, 1 acre of land, farm on it, you can be able to do it within your reach. So you don't go and take 100 acres of land, as a Bramode is having 100 acres of land, when you have no money. You're just a new graduate from the school, and you expect the government to now finance what you're doing. Life is not done like that. Even in Europe, it's not done like that. In the London where you live, sir, when you finish school, you want to go and do some business. There's a limit of an amount you can take as a loan for business. Even in the United Kingdom where you live, even in Sweden where I live, that is the truth of the matter there. We must not try to encourage these people to become lazy because we feel they cannot work. They can. I cleared. I do jobs up to today. When I go to Nigeria today, when I go home, if you see me, maybe the next time I go home, I'm going to do a video where I'm in the farm working. I work half my heart. I don't pretend as if I come from abroad. That's the truth of the matter there. Number two, how can a guy receiving 30,000 naira want to go abroad? To go and do what? How many Europeans come to Nigeria for visitation? An average European. How many average Englishman comes to Nigeria for holiday? How many of them? It's only the big one that comes in. So Europe is made for big people. But whether abroad in Africa or abroad in Europe, as the case may be. So when you are receiving less than what it takes, you don't travel anyhow. There are also very many Nigerians today who are in Europe today that don't travel home because of their limited resources. So why will a guy who receives 30,000 naira want to go to Europe for vacation? What the hell is wrong with him? That's you are living above your income. That is criminality. That is what breeds corruption. So we shouldn't encourage that. We shouldn't encourage that. That is actually wrong. So you receive 30,000, you must live within the reach of 30,000. Let me shock you, sir. When I finished from school, there was no job for me. The job, I said, the job today is not from today. I left school in 1997. There was no job. I went into teaching in a private school. It's still there. The first school I taught in, it was a lecture house. It was called Golden Touch, opposite Mila Motel Road, beside the Solu Market. That's the first school I taught. I left there and I went to a prem lecture. We did not have a church now. It's opposite the First Bank, along that Solu Lagos Road. I left there and I went to New Discovery Academy with Sule. The money I was getting was not even up to 4,000 in a month. I had a mother. I had two younger ones that I was taken care of with 4,000 naira. Before I left Benin, I went to Warri. So what the heck are they talking about? So we should stop encouraging this. When I was worried, I received 6,000 naira for over a year as my salary. I was paying a rent of 1,500 naira every month. I need to feed. How much is left, sir? But I never went to stealing. I never went to courtesan. I live within my reach. When you want to wear the kind of dress I'm wearing, somebody want to wear the kind of chain somebody put on his neck, and you're receiving 30,000 naira. That is, we are breeding corruption. We live abroad. We understand.
What year did you receive 4,000 naira? What year?
The first year I received 4,000 naira, that was in 1997.
1977.
1997. Okay? I was
receiving 4,000 naira.
Yes, I was paying 1,500 as rent in my house. Take 1,500 from 4,000. How much is left? But I survived within my reach. I didn't have to go out and wear expensive clothes, buy what I cannot afford. Even when I was in school as a student, my uncle was called the Landa Brothers Superstar in Benin. Many of you who are dead of those age would have known them in the early 80s. When I was in secondary school, every weekend, Friday and Saturday, I followed them to band. That's why I know how to play conga. Today, that's where I learned how to play this conga and all these other light instruments. I did that because I never wanted to go into robbery. There was no father, a jobless mother. So sometimes we should stop encouraging these people to go into wherever it is. It doesn't make sense. 1997 and now they are at the same time. Nothing has changed. It's the mentality we are giving to this people. I have brothers abroad, as I was speaking. 3 of my elder ones were overseas. But I never depended on them. Okay? And lastly, stealing and courtesan is not as a result of poverty, but it's people wanting to belong. We must tell ourselves the truth, guys. People stealing today is not because they are poor. It's just because they want to belong. They want to live above life. Do you know how much it takes for you to work as a laborer every day in Edo State, in Nigeria today? A laborer gets a minimum of 3,000. A helper gets a minimum of 3,000 per day. A helper.
And that's a lot of money at the end of the month.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Wait, I'm coming, sir. Let me tell you. I went home. They worked on my side for 3 months. The same group of boys work on my side for 3 months. Even some of them even do double. They call it double day. What did they do with the money? If you work with myself for 3 months and you're getting 6,000 naira every day, you multiply that. No banker in Nigeria can get that in that 3 months. What did they do with the money? We talk about white collar job. What did they actually do with the money? There are some of those molders, those molars, those are where they mold block. Those who don't make the mold block, do you know how much they make in a day? Because those ones they work on per bag of cement. Do you know how much these guys make in a day? Sometimes 7,000, 8,000. Because I moved them my block, I didn't buy. So I know what I'm talking about. The guy who roofed my house, I paid him 450,000. It took them only 2 days to roof the house. 450. It took them just 2 days, sir. 2 days alone to roof the house. The capital collected 300,000 from me. 300,000 from the capital. I mean, there were only 3 of them. It took them 2.5 days for the capital to roof the house. What are we talking about? Why are we trying to bend the issues? My car right now, they are servicing my car. My car alone today, they collected 55,000 from me, ELVIS. 55,000 from me today. The mechanic collected 55,000 from me.
Sometimes even more than that.
Yeah, even services, sir. The last time that I had issue with my job boss, my brother, they bought it double for 120,000. They collected 50,000 as workmanship from me. I didn't even take them a day to fix the car, and they have other job they are doing at the same time inside that company. Why should we support evil? We put on the blame on the government.
To be honest, I support what you are saying, because most of the youth in the state, they are very lazy.
Yes.
Everyone of them want to become a millionaire overnight. They are very lazy. Mr. Monday, what do you have to say about this? Sorry, we have to listen to Mr. Monday now.
Thank you very much. I'm talking with experience. This is a situation where our people in diaspora are blaming the victim for no just cause. I'm not talking to the government this time. I'm just talking from whole experience. A situation whereby my honorable gentleman will pay 55,000 to service a car, and the mechanic will have to buy oil. If the car is a petrol engine, he will have to pay for plugs. There are no genuine plugs, not even genuine oil.
You're right.
A gallon of oil will cost you about 10,000.
No, 4,500.
That is oil.
No, Mobi, 4.5, sir. I know these things.
Okay, 4.5. Maybe his car will need 1.5 or 1 gallon.
Yes, you need 1.5, depend on the engine.
Maybe the price of the oil has come down. Then at the end, he will buy filter. He will buy all those things. When you remove all those ones, the mechanic will probably have about 10,000
No,
naira.
sir. Filter is 1,500 naira.
Come on, now. Come on.
Filter is 1.5, sir. Mobi
Now let me talk. At the sell spare parts, those filter for 1.5.
Yes.
They're not the last a month.
Okay, the expensive filter size 3.5. Depend on the engine.
Now you are talking. Maybe
sir,
because you know say it come from overseas, it will ask for that.
I use 5.7 engine in Nigeria, 5.7 engine, extremely big, right? So I don't want to go there. When Mr. Ramato talk about servicing his car 55,000 naira, I know if it was to be like my kind of engine, I spend 145,000 naira to service. Okay, now
you want original parts.
Even the original parts, sometimes they don't give it to you, sir. You demand for if you have the money, you have money to pay for.
Because I sell parts. I know the parts they use to work in Nigeria. That is mechanic. That is a workman, artisan who learn his job. Yeah. A lot of them.
Mr. Monday,
a lot of them.
We are talking about family now, right? What Mr. Ramato is trying to say: sew your coat according to your size, right?
I understand. I'm just coming to that. Eriamiantoe do not maybe Eriamiantoe pay for his land. Now let me take the farming as a case study now. Maybe he bought the land because he come from overseas. The villagers, Babugbo, that is farm reserve, will listen to him properly. But for you to get land from the reserve, you have to join the union, farm union. You pay some certain money, they give you some acres. You buy drink, then they rent it to you for 3 or 5 years to farm. I'm just taking it as a peasant farmer now. So by the time you calculate the money you will use there, you are looking at about 100,000 to wait for a month. But what my friend is not looking at, probably that person you are talking about now, if he falls sick, I have a case in scenario. Somebody worked for me in my company in Benin City. He received about 30,000. Then it was 18,000, 2010. Then the son was sick. We went to UBTH. The son needed an operation that would cost about 240,000 naira. Where will such peasant farmer get such money to treat himself? And apart from that, every day the child will pay school fees. The mother will need some clothes or buy something else. So what we are not seeing here is that they should all go to farm. But you in diaspora, we in diaspora are not blaming ourselves for not transferring what we learn here. A lot of people in Italy, they work in the fabrica, that's what they call it, factories and all. They learn one trade or the other, but they are not going back home to go and teach the people there how to do such things.
So how do you want
we are not transferring technology.
No, sir, how do you want them to go back home that if there's so many case scenarios where our brothers and sisters have traveled from here to Nigeria, either they'll be robbed or they'll be killed. So many people are scared to go to Nigeria to invest, especially Benin City, for example. How do you want to go to Edo State to go and invest when you know your life is not safe?
Let me finish. Remember when America invaded Baghdad? They killed the police. They sent the police away. The police were useless. What happened in Iraq then? The people went into the street. A situation where you have no law enforcement agent, and that is what you get. And when we told that lie, people knocked me off that you are talking to the governor. It was when the police were reinstalled that Baghdad, Iraq became normal. Just put it in a case now, there's a coup, no police, no soldier. What will happen in Nigeria? Anybody can kill to survive. That's human being for you. Nigeria, Edo State, in short, Edo State is hard to live. The government do not have money to come and put in state police. The government do not have money to execute executive order, which ERIAMIANTOE suggested. Executive order. This word started in a jingle, in a popular language these days, because when Donald Trump came to power, he said, I will sign executive order. Then in Nigeria, Shibanjo, the vice president, started using the word. All of them started using the word executive order. Isayari lawyer. These are the things I keep saying. To sign executive order to give amnesty to these people and trade them. See, the COVID-19 has finished all Nigerian state money, especially Edo State. We do not have that money. The money is not there. We just came to think about it. Listen, one thing I need to say, I will reinstate. I study in University of Wales in Swansea, and I read development studies. Sometimes when I come out on live video and I talk about development and I talk how it's supposed to be, people knock me. But me that is talking, I know what I'm saying. Even farming, we've heard about international body with United Nations help developing country to get agrarian farm up. Not to talk of people in Edo State, you are talking about, let's say 1 million youth needed that kind of outlet. They need money they need some sort of capital. You understand? Even a brick. Do you want to talk? Then I'll pause for a second.
Yeah, you need to pause, sir. Now you're talking about we in the diaspora. Pamode, let me say something. You remember I did a video on an hospital that was abandoned. I think Nigeria was because I streamed live on NAIJA Watch TV.
I watched it.
And you did one video and you said I was crying over an hospital that has no equipment in it. That project there was actually destroyed by Nigerians. That the lady who owns the hospital gave it to. Okay?
No, don't blame the victim again. Mismanagement.
Listen now.
It's mismanagement. You blame the victim.
Can you listen? She's not even there. She's not even in Nigeria. She lives abroad.
Why would she go and set up a sort? It's your own project. You are a medical doctor or you are not. You are a businessman. You set up such an outfit. You are supposed to stay there.
This is the problem now.
You are the captain of the ship.
Listen, now,
your own idea.
Listen, can you listen? Let me tell you something now. Most of the companies we work today in Europe, the owners don't even work there. That's where the difference is right now. I work in an hotel that is called Scandic Hotel. The owner doesn't work there. They don't work there.
This is a developed country, not be said country fine. You see light, you see everything. No, developed mind. Where dog go eat finish, he go carry plates.
Mr. Modi, let me give you a little education on this. If you want to permit me, it's very important. So let me give you education on this. There's something like developed mind. The mind of people are developed based on what and how you think it to be. The Nigerian system has been so corrupt that we believe embezzling other people's money is a way of getting rich. So you don't develop mind. No. The capacity of the mind is based on your thinking ideology. Why do Nigerians still go to abroad and steal? Why do they still do 419 abroad? Why do they still do racketing abroad after they've lived there for 20 years in a developed country? Because their mindset is already made up that all they think of is how to make money. That's the difference.
You ask me question. Because of development, the people pay you what is good for you to live. You see why we do cleaning job and do dirty job in this country is because £1 or €1 will turn to big money. Money where they pay cleaner here. Commissioner of police can't receive such money.
Wait, in where? In Nigeria here?
Can you take Nigerian money and bring it here? You're not going to even pay your airport tax.
I'm going to ask you a question, sir. How much do you pay for your rent? Yeah.
Me?
In London, yes. You pay
about £1,000 a month.
A month. Now, what is the equivalent of £1,000 in Nigeria?
About 600,000 naira.
Now, okay, what kind of house do you live in? Do you live in a duplex? Do you live in a mansion?
I live in a mansionette.
So now, how much do you think is the cost of that property in Nigeria per month?
How much they take build the one way in Nigeria? How much they set sand and cement for Nigeria? Think about that, mate.
Listen, this is what we are saying now. When you start talking about conversion, when you start talking about conversion, that's why I have to make it very. Bramode, let me make something clear to you. When you start talking about conversion, that's why I have to put it there. That you want.
Do you know in Nigeria of 1980, you buy Volkswagen Beetle for 3,000 naira.
Bramode,
8,000 naira to buy Peugeot 504, brand new.
Can you?
What happen?
No, the issue is you will not. No, the problem is this: you are just you arguing without no basis. No, I am very good at putting facts before the
1980 Peugeot 505, 8,000 naira, brand new.
Listen,
100 naira for motorbike, Honda. Correct one.
You blame Obaseki. Now make a Peugeot turn to.
No, don't push Obaseki in. No, that was the situation we were. When I came to this country, I got a bursary for £6,000. I mean 6,000 naira, which is about £5,500. What are you talking?
Okay, sir. Mr. Mode, what are you insinuating? Who to blame now? Are you trying to protect you? Wrong.
I'm not hearing properly.
I said, are you trying to protect? Are you defending the youth?
I am not defending the youth. I am saying I'm one of those that always say if carburetor spoil for your motor, we'll go look for the two-way make carburetor spoil. We'll fix that one first before we buy new carburetor. The system is rotten.
Let's hear from this caller. Hello, sir. Go ahead. Hello. Okay, turn down your system, sir. Turn down your system.
I turned on the system already. I'm
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, go ahead, sir.
This interactive session, it looks so interesting, but it's like one is taking eyes from off the ball.
I'm not hearing. I need to turn in and come back.
Okay, you cannot hear. Okay.
Concerning the in terms of security.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, as I've said before, some of them are real, some of them are what mere fantasy.
Okay.
This is the truth. I don't believe on what Mr. Modi is saying in terms of job procurement. Government cannot provide job in overseas. The private sector, which is the small industry like or small company or the small scale industries, those are the ones that prepare, that the synergy that pull the economy. Not true. People, in overseas, you go to some areas, the farming they are doing, it's not too big, even in America. But everything being harvested and being stored in a proper format and taken to the market is what matters. A situation whereby you say, oh, probably you want have to have 10 acres, 1 million acres before you start farming. It does not give a way out of the problem we have in Nigeria as a whole. Let people, if people are returning back to the land, it doesn't mean you have to start in a very big way. The problem we have in Benin City or in the state in general is because people always put eye on a big scale. I believe on what Mr. ERIAMIANTOE is saying. When I was working in Nigeria before I left, I started in a very small way. I can still believe when I started my first job, I was not even paid. A man told me in Benin or in English, he said, all the poverty that people have carried in the whole world, he said, I put mine on my head, I go that way. And that same man today, I'm saying it every time I come to Nigeria, time is coming, I'm going to buy his house. The thing is that when someone said this thing, he has told me to go and work hard. I did not go into cultism. I did not go to school. I lost my father the very day I graduated in University of Benin. And I have you no one to work with. I thought it may not be 100%, but I did not leave them behind. I said those who left the same behind. What are we talking about? We are talking about cultism, we are talking about killing Benin. Now we are now what? Try to reform it. I'm using what? Nigeria's land. With the issue of what? Farming, with the issue of what? Having large acres of land. If the issue of cultism want to be reduced in Benin, let fathers who are selling things in the market, their wives or their children, after school to return to what market and help them out. Let those fathers that have farms tell their children to return to farm after school and after your farm, let them come home and do their homework. One, they are helping their parents and they are helping themselves to be focused in future. Most of all these cultism that are people that are killing people outside, they are from poor homes. But the people that are behind it, they are the affluent people. Some of them are children of the ex-military people. Some of them are governors, still in power, and some of them were ex-governors, are senators, and those in House of Rep. Those are the people who are financing this cultism. But where are we going from here? Our being our father, put a cost to it. I'm a pastor, but the people did not listen. Is the other, has our father have not really tried the other, he tried to kind of bring fear into the system. So what I'm still saying, Obaseki as a governor cannot provide the entire graduate that he made and those that are still graduating today. How many people have graduated since Obaseki came? Few. Because of this coronavirus, because of strike and others. Most of the problem there, Obaseki made them. Are you not telling Obaseki to come and solve it? No, I'm not saying Obaseki should not do something. He should do something so that he will be remembered for what the good things that he does. But the real truth is that if you are saying people should not go to farm, they should go to farm, they should go to village. where courtesy is very high. Here in the United States of America, for example, like Chicago, where courtesy is very rampant. Check what is going on there. Development is low. Poverty is high. That is what is going on in the city today. Parents does not want to come to the market to help them. Those that are farmers does not want to bring their children to the farm to come and help them in order to increase their revenue source, in order to better their educations. Everybody wants to believe people in overseas to bring money. The real truth is that everybody overseas work out like this period of the year. You have snow in some areas. The weather is very cold. We don't have snow, but we still go to job. How many people can survive from our country? If it is in our country, they will not like to work. They will be waiting for government to come and give them what handout. Please, let us make business.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Government do not provide job, but they provide civil service job. But government do provide the enabling environment. The last caller, I will employ you. I will urge you to go home and go and show example. If you can show 5 people in your street how to farm, I think that is the best way. You are transferring technology or idea. There is no point coming to stay live in a comfortable.
Hello. Yes. Good evening. Where are you calling from? Hello. Hello. Please turn off where you are watching me from. Okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to contribute to the situation.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Edo.
You are calling from Edo State, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
So Edo Newima is we should try to build it up together the way we are trying to do it now. The Bini will become good, greater if with patience. Patience we just need in that Edo State. Because good thing does not come easy. We know, we are aware, we are living here that we know the government of Edo State from federal level to state level, local government, they have failed us because they're supposed to give us a enable environment where we can work, where we can manage our life the way it is. We cannot compare here with abroad because
that's right.
The currency in abroad is higher than the currency in Nigeria. Like
the man is talking sense.
Yeah, like our guy is saying, brother Monday, is saying that how much they do this. Really, the more you pay for 1 month in abroad can pay 1 year or 2 years for you in a flat in Edo State. If you want, but we don't do that. We look at your economy. So you are making a budget. You cannot use euro to make a budget. And these are the things that affected our country, Nigeria. Using dollar to make a budget is wrong. You make a budget with your own currency so that you can be able to know what to do and not to do. Then, brother Mode, the guy always accused governor. No, we are not talking about governor issue now. But governor, it is their right to create security. But you know, from that, you know in your inner mind that no governor has power over security in Nigeria. You know. No governor, neither Ogun State, neither Oyo, neither whatever. They have no authority over police, no soldier. Okay, so what they have to try to do is they need to put things into give us good road where we can pass to make any farm want to do. They try to even the light is not possible for them. It's a federal government project. They have no right to give us light, and they said they just pass law that everybody can get their own, every state can build their own power plan or whatever, which this Obaseki is trying to build right from the time of Shomole. But the way I'm seeing this is like it's not working well because people are bastardizing the guy. They are blocking him with different way because it's no more APC. If people have to think about this, there are many loopholes over there. They are blocking him because of he's no more.
You should send them to jail.
He cannot. There's no way he can send it to. How can a government send it to jail? So they are. You know, Nigeria will leave. You know.
Why is the governor called the chief security officer?
You say what?
Why is the governor called the chief security officer?
Yes, he can be called a chief security officer, but were you aware, even when they were doing something like campaign, listen, sir, listen. Can you record when he says he made a sentence in Oba Palace that even people that were arrested, that they cannot even when they are arrested before any prosecution, they are released them. Order will come from Abuja, they will release them. Are you not aware of that? Mind the way you are blaming somebody, blame yourself, because the country was not going to run away. So it's not still change from the time you run away. The same thing we are facing here. Don't be blaming anybody.
Thank you,
You
Kola.
understand me? The president level to federal level, they are fake. They are not helping. But if this one is trying to make it change little gradually, it's okay. Let us see.
Then he should campaign for us to break away. If the federal government is not working, we should break away. This is what I am saying.
He's campaign for what can he do? How can only campaign? Don't you see the certain governors, what they are doing? Even in the Eastern people, can't you see? Can't you see? He cannot do it alone. Even the certain governors, you see what they are doing with the Una Kanu security that he organized. You see what they are doing. They are betraying themselves because of political position. You know this, Brother Monday. Before God and you and me, you know what this is. You know. This man cannot do otherwise. Wait, let us patient with him. If he misbehaves, then we send him away.
The whole people who voted for him supposed to support him and do neighborhood watch and do private police and deal with enemies. This is my argument.
Wait, hold on. Make I talk to Bramode small. I said something before, Bramode. We be very careful the way we accuse. I said
you spend money from Nigeria, Kolo.
Wait, let me tell you. You know because now what's happening?
He's not a poor man, sir.
Now, do you know that if Obaseki start arresting people, you will be the first person to accuse him?
Exactly. He will be the first person.
Guys, we should just say the truth. The man is very careful. He will be the first person to accuse Obaseki when he beat arrest. Okay.
That's how I read him.
You ask me question now. You cannot hold hoodlums who are drawing the majority of their do people with kid gloves. Deal with them. That's why you are the governor. That's why you are the governor. If you cannot deal with them, resign. Deal with them. Seriously. I remember when Oshomole was there, Oshomole said, if I see kidnapper in your house, I will destroy that house. Everybody not mete.
Pamode, let him finish.
I'm a Benin down your brother Modi. Epamode. Down your down your Oshomole empower all these hooligans in Edo State by sharing money to them every time. Are you getting me? That is what he refused to do. That is a problem in Edo State if you don't know. I'm here. I am telling you, I am here. Oshomole was empowering hooligans. He shared money every time. He shared money for them. So they don't talk. Whatever somebody was doing, they will say right. But Obaseki said, no, this money are wasting money. Let's try to put in the system. The system Obaseki is trying to lay down. It is only people that are educated that will understand. And there's no even light here for us to watch anything. It is only people that understand that we wait with Obaseki. Even if he's gone away, you will see that the system is laid down with work for everybody. He will be busted to come back home and do something. I am telling you. Oshomole was giving money to the hooligans. He empowered. Agba was celebrating 1 billion. 1 billion. Agbo celebrated 1 billion.
All right, thank you, Paula.
Who will do that in London? Who will do that in London?
All right, thank you.
Right. No, they do it. They do it in London. No, they do it in London. No, they do it. They do it. They have youth projects. They spend the money for youth. They spend money for youth.
Let's deal with this. Let's deal with this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. No problem.
No, so we can take other calls as well because more people are trying.
I like the man talk now. Make the man contribute. Make the man contribute. Right? The man knows he's a Oshomole's follower. He's ready to contribute so that things we don't know. He's telling us.
But you are allowed to speak. Or if you're allowed to speak, then he can be able to give us. Then you can now come in.
Let the man speak.
He can speak.
Talking from Benin City, from Edo State. So I believe he knows better than us that lives here.
Yes, so that is why I want him to be on.
Himself is even acting more lower than people that are living here. You didn't know why I said so. He's trying to compare the way he's living there to be the same here in Nigeria, which is not true because the system here in Nigeria is different from the system in abroad. Okay?
Yeah, Bangwan. Yeah.
Mana sa we ekrona mugbo rutama even ekrona mugbo na memugbo ekrona mugbo mazigo isadi we no wa be pego but mazigo
Ugbeka
mazie mama idiba meeting but who we diba ina ya ke no na wa bo na no ko se ma bo lo ya bo eba na you cannot say you want me to start business, you want to join society, you want to just no, it's not possible. One of the why mechanical whatever union, why to go tapa, whatever I had of someone from US or Benin, or we are mobile. You know what? Inside the fund, they went down in
the guy from Norway, okay, Norway, and our Bewa, Norway.
Okay, thank you. So we are trying to his governor and everybody.
No, go ahead, caller. We are listening.
So we are trying to what we can do to make sure that this just patience. Easy we know, easy we. What is it? Easy we lie. This thing will work. Because the guy is preparing, I'm not praising him anyway. I'm not praising him because it's our money. Nigeria has money. When we use the money, the problem. If one of the only guy who always say everything. Whenever the way in here, why only guy who always say, every day. Or you may be here for table, I mean, yes, I will believe you. So, a conferences or you or innovate this in a way, Taloni or at least or ocean plant or Azura, without your boy, you know, or contribute. So, let's see what you can do. We should encourage you to do more. I believe he will do more, and we have to be following him up and down because he want to even
Nigeria, no water, pao, lao. You team nguna. Emi na be bender cement factory, ave bender brewery ni, ave companies ni Karuto. Ana be dollar yet to be creating nguna nema ya save ya mugbo I invest.
Okay, we say all that we know now. We want to come away.
Caller, go ahead.
Okay, wait till you come away. Mommy, when the kind come away, see Baba. He was having a red money when we wear man. We don't say nothing. Mommy, I will go for an already. He only aware a project. No, nearly in our operation, no, you are making I send me, and the only way put in the Yago. If you put in the Yago, where all you go, where all money will continue, you will change the state. Do you know what we want? Oh, yeah, I want you to pay me all year. Look at that, you are able to spend my money. They offer saying that we're going through. If you remember, NAIJA Watch, I asked you for a number of.
Yes.
You remember? I sent you a message.
Yes.
Yeah, because of this issue, also now I'm going to but do you know that the essay when leak is running, or when I'm swear in, I will swear in what I done New Year now. So because they look at this as a big project that they are nobody let's do this. Okay. So the system in Nigeria,
Omasi, call Anaki, Omasi. We would like to bring him and let him tell us. This man is saying the truth. Obaseki is a good man. The people in surround there, they are the bad people. That is the honest truth. And that is why I kick him. Don't have any time kick him, not make it now, not make it now bring out the beast in him.
All right.
You always against Obaseki.
Oh, Mogi Geni Sebo Obaseki. Obaseki, Emuwe Mae. Oh, Toina Doto, the Sapler Road. Oh, Tehan, along the road.
All right.
Iana Muoto. Well, Obaseki no more PPP, re. Anado Jeva, Igbe petition with February 12. Anna Gwezoni, the May 13. Ina win. You are like a but the problem no is that he can do more, but why is he? Oh, wa was a look webo me ma go e ma di with a ye gwan e we mi ropa. On your show who
Baba Modi down yo. Go to Okama we. That's me worry ma I wa pege mi ya. If you word you can make we can ya. Baba Modi go to Okama we. Edo we ya we very ayabu ye nedo. One year we Okopala we Bible, you know, commit adultery, now what we wear. Jesus Christ now we're already in my commit adultery. You might see, no coffee we wear. They are not no big way, we have a good talk. Oh, you know. But where was slow. In your mind, contractor one, yeah, young contractor no more. We come out and empty. Who give her? Ezo Guero, Yagwe, I say, so over there, I'm nominated banner where minister here. When you nominate your minister, you disburse money, is it not? Okay, I when I really, and I okay, Ezo now, you know, he did here. You want to want the Bramodi. I
tell me, Ima Nukonu were you. Again, no Bamudiana raw, and I'm Ministry of Works. When I'm here, we go raw now, a mani boom and winner. Mami NAIJA University will it not be better to revamp that Ministry of Works? I viala they go na money have a contract now. I had deli machine a madogwa na ya dolukpi ukpimayi ni matobi ma dolukpimayi. Any time can have go raw, but now my contract in my head.
What okay, you tell her already your but two other little really. One means so little. One meal we roll on a broker. Here we if go be contract now.
If you go, in Hokaka, but Yanni Dolukboyi, wa me two Lebanese, Umivi Yobo, Umivi Edo, I do, you have a Fiat Pani, have a Mekere. Gimaki Ministry of Works imani madole madogwa imatobi ma dolu pe ma yi ma tin supo
down yo na we down yo brother we down yo le do mo selu amu ayi ma yashi but yo pa yo ni kama we brother Modi brother Modi yo pa yo ni kama we pa Jesus Christ, well, if you are for me, you speak for me. If you are not for me, you speak against me. Oh, well, you said that you are about 56 or 57, 55 years.
I'm a liberal person. You are a hardcore. I'm a liberal at the Selevaye. I know what Tanya were attacking me. We make answer the question. So, no, why problem is supporters of Obaseki? In my meter, accuse me. You are saying we be your me my way were going senior. Me down on the man, a caterpillar, mamma to be my dolupo ya.
Well, you know, so we were here. I am correct. I'm with you. The chief worry. No give me only. You know, get no quarter. Oh, we now one we. No get quarter we. No problem. Chief, no. This is chief here worry. Godfather here worry. Now one we. I said, go. I know when you walk back. One week can look over.
Development it very easy matter. I can solve. Minority a chief no wetaba, a governor wa me power no ya no gay. Where anybody no can for a traditional ruler or me that power. Not that matter of the Tony Mame. Mega live even nakakabo. I will use the people work. Mame Maniti Civil Engineer River University. We will work together. I'm not going to vote in the second term. But you what say?
All right. Mr. Kola, you need to round up now 30 seconds, eh?
Okay. 4 years, next 4 years. I will give away. Oh, affecting me, yeah. So please let us patience with the Obaseki and see what God can use it to do for us. But we should not withdraw. We have to be telling that we know what we are getting from federal level allocation. We know how it's supposed to spend it for security for everybody.
All right. We'll do, Mr. Kola, please. Mr. Kola. Mr. Kola, please join us tomorrow again by 5 p.m. We'll be here 5 p.m. tomorrow. For those of you that we couldn't pick their calls, we'll be here to talk about, it's going to be a continuity. Despite that we don't have a spirit of continuity in any state or anywhere in Nigeria. But in this platform, we have a spirit of continuity. We will continue from where we stopped today by 5 p.m. tomorrow. Because the situation in Edo State right now is more than everybody to bear. You know, we will continue to talk like this. We'll be talking. Yes, we'll be talking and talking. All right. Thank you very much, Kola. Thank you very much for your contribution. Looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. Yeah, thank you.
Nah, Steve, you man, Stephen, go carry this man, make on the talk to me anyhow. God damn.
All right. Mr. Monday, to be honest, this interactive session is I think is one of the best we've had. You know, yeah, we agree to disagree. That's how it works. You know, it don't matter concerns every one of us. I like the fact that everybody is contributing genuinely, because anybody where they talk say not concern me, that's the area I'm fighting against. I don't like that. You see, the way I'm talking to you right now, someone is still calling because everybody, in fact, everybody's tired. Everybody's tired. How long are we going to continue to live like this? You talk about investment, and we need to invest in Benin and do this. Do you know how many Edo people that travel to Nigeria every day to go invest in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt? When there's no security, I like the fact that you mentioned earlier on that a man who came to invest in Edo State, who was killed, the farmer. You know, everybody's aware.
From Norway.
Are you going to tell me now, someone like me or one of my brothers and sisters in diaspora hearing things like this, they will have the motivation to go to Edo State to go and invest? It's difficult. So we need to fight this situation. We also talk about, elaborate on the youth killings and all that. One, killing our youth, I don't like it at all, because those youth, as we talk right now, their parents, they are in pains. They are in pains, they are crying. But if we also look at it the other way around, our youth, I support every one of you on that. Our youth, 90%, if I'm not mistaken with my statistic, don't want to work. They are too lazy. When you visit Nigeria, the kind of car where they drive, now they want to make them drive. You'll see same place where they do bricklayer for your side, go tell you, say, I know, say, Baba God go do it for me. The next 1 year, I go drive this kind of car. Me, when you see they say they drive that car, they tell you say that 1 year I take gather the money, I take buy the car. So for me, we in abroad here that is working hard genuinely, we suffer for our money, right? So our youth, like someone also mentioned earlier on, our youth don't they go petty errands anymore. You send our youth say me go help you do something for Sakpoba Road. You go say no, me I too big past that one. I beg. We go say Osakpama. We go say he go they send the younger one. If they have to even do it for you, you must pay for it. Mr. Ramot, am I lying? You have to pay for it.
Now, Brahma did support them.
Yes. But you don't need to support our youth. If you go to Nigeria every time, live there. Our youth are so lazy. None of them want to work. Every one of them want to become rich, a billionaire overnight. We cannot continue to take this. Do you know that if you want to clear your site, if you have a site, no youth go do it for you now. Now Fulani people, now they call they clear your site. Hausa people.
They'll take the money away.
For car wash now. No youth they do car wash anymore. Now Hausa people they do. But Hausa people have taken over.
Now we wash car in our time. We wash car. I work with car wash for a year there. I work for car wash.
No youth is doing that now. If I the matter is that nobody. The truth is that nobody is supporting or going against you. But the truth is the truth.
Now me first they do video about our lazy youth as the lazy rich. I not see person say work for my farm. My farm is dead now.
You don't support them at all because if they are lazy, they need to work.
Okay. Epamode, should we blame the government for a lazy youth? Because in the United Kingdom, no.
Yes. If I'm the governor, if you can secure a farm and working from a farm, I mean, having your own farm, small farm, I can afford to buy that farm from you and sell it and make money. Thereby, I'm encouraging you.
Sir, wait,
I guarantee your bank for you. I guarantee your farm for you. That is what they do here. That's what they do here. I happen to have a farm in UK. I spend money at the end of the day. When I start selling my product, the bank takes everything that I spend. What is left is my profit.
That is not what they do. Let me also shock you, sir. With all due respect, okay? I have a friend who is a poultry farmer in Benin. He has a 20,000 capacity beds in Benin. Do you know what he does? The mindset, the guy came from US. It's in Nigeria. Early in the morning, when you don't pack on the egg, wait for her. 9 o'clock. He already talked to all the hotels that he knows. He drives this car with himself to go and supply this egg. Not the government doing that. He made his own market by himself. He told me, said, every year, after 2 years, when the fowl don't die, they don't become old layers. He also have a market already he has created in Lagos, all by himself, not the government. Listen,
me come up from London. I go fry. I employ people to fry gari. I carry and go Lagos, go sell for mushi.
Brabode, now wait, no, Brabode, let me ask you now. The guy where you fry, now government help you. We must try to make these people to understand that
not the government. I go meet government, make them let me do tanja farming. That is, I'll take some forest.
You know,
they refuse.
No, that are different. If they refuse, go to the right way, sir.
Ministry of Agriculture and Ministry of Environment in Edo State.
If they refuse you, bring the papers back to me. Bring the paper back to me.
People where the village go come meet you for Sweden. Thank you.
No, listen. If you're in a village, you need a farm in the village, and they refuse to give you the farm. Get across to the local government there.
I swear by Almighty God, for my village, no farmland again. Now another village that they go look for farm. They don't sell land for building houses.
Where they put your village farm? Now go and sell land.
Now the people, the Curtis, nice land, the Curtis.
Okay, Mr. Mode, I have to come in right now. in terms of the killing, right? The courtesan killing.
Yeah.
Of course, I will support you and join you to blame the government.
Thank you. And I say, I may not like you when NAIJA watch.
No, everybody have blamed the government. Don't me, even Mr. ERIAMIANTOE. Okay, now, Mr. Monday, on that, killing and youth carrying gun and all that, we blame government for that.
Yes, sir.
Now, we are talking about lazy youth.
Lazy youth, eh?
In the United
lazy youth, we all know how they started, where they come from.
No, sir.
This...
Hold on, sir. In the United Kingdom, where me and you live, we don't have lazy youth in the United Kingdom. If you are not working, they put you on job seekers allowance. Even on that job seekers allowance they will put you on, you will be going to sign every Monday. They will make the 50 pounds or 59 pounds they are paying you every week, they will make it uncomfortable for you.
They pay their house, so
yeah, they'll pay
their house.
Of course, they'll pay your house.
In the daytime, these youth are made to be sleeping in the daytime. In the night, they come out.
Okay, sir. The truth, what I'm trying to say is that every Monday, right, you will be signing in the job seekers allowance, right?
Once in 2 weeks.
No, is it once in no, you do once in 2 weeks for the first 3 months. After 3 months, they bring you to once a week. After 6 months, they bring you to twice a week. So they make it difficult for you. You cannot.
They make it. Wait 1 second. Let me chip in this. But these people, there's what they call underemployment and unemployment and overemployment. I be one. I would not like to do job which I'm not happy to do. Yeah. I will be happier to do the job I'm happy to do. Now that one be employment, not be underemployment or overemployment. Underemployment be say you are forced to do things which you don't like. I mean, go to the farm and work. Mr. ERIAMIANTOE want to go to Nigeria and I said he will farm. For the first 1 week, if your hand not swell up, call me idiot. Your hand will swell up before you get used to it. You are tired. Unless you continue using that hand, your hand will come accustomed to that work.
I do it
and no good cutlass.
I do it every year. So it's not what I'm doing now. Listen, sir.
It goes still swell up, it goes swell up, your hand goes swell up for 3 days.
Sir, let me
farmer.
Sir, let's say something. Now let's be a little bit constructive here now. Let's try to avoid all this argument. The truth of the matter is this. The problem of Edo State today, laziness of the youth, the one who caught unemployment, it's not the fault of the government. You said there are jobs you will not want to do because you feel you are not comfortable doing them. Because there are, so I'm coming now. Because there are SS jobs in the country where you live in. Okay? That's the reason why you do that.
Job you are happy to do. It's the job you are happy to. A lot of them want to play music there. They are happy to do it. You don't have the enabling environment.
No, so you're not getting it now. You're not getting it. Just try to understand what other people are saying. Now, if you live in a country or you live in a state whereby you have SS jobs like in London, you know it's easier to get a job in London than to get a job in Sweden.
I like job boku, yeah. Job boku.
That's what he's saying.
You need to try to listen. I would think if maybe you can mute him so that you can listen a little bit. You get it. Maybe that will help you to understand where we're going to. Now, it is easier to get a job in London than to get a job in Sweden. Okay? Yeah. Now, in Sweden, people do cleaning job. They do cleaning job. Graduates, even from university here in Sweden, because of the language barrier. Okay? It's few of us who can speak the language that gets something reasonable. Okay, many of us who came to do their master's, PhD here, they end up driving. Driving, delivery, where you don't need to talk to people so much. Just put your load in and go and deliver. These are professors. These are PhD holders. But they do it. Okay, because
but I have a friend, a classmate who has a haulage company, trailer company in Sweden.
Sir, no, he has a trailer company.
Yes.
Right? Go ask him where. How did he?
He and the Benin wife, they drive the motor.
But we are saying the same thing. Now say to me, you to talk now. Now say to me, you talk now. How many of these youth for Benin want to drive a bus? How many of these youth for Benin want to drive a keke nape?
They want to drive if you buy them for them, say not their own.
No, they won't.
If I buy you a car, if I buy you a bus, and I said, on higher purchase, okay, I have done you good. Do you know that I bought somebody an higher purchase before? It did not pay. It got to a point. He abandoned my vehicle, okay, and went to and left after about many months. Every day, listen, my brother, I even bought an ambulance. I bought an ambulance in 2006 from here to Benin. My other brother handed it over to somebody. This guy will go to Ebonyi State. He will go to Kaduna. He will tell my brother that the motor is UBTH. The next day, someone they just came in and threw the motor in. I told my brother he was not working anymore and handed over the key. And at this time, the motor was already destroyed. He said he did not get money from it. You get the money, he carried dead body for 300,000, 170,000 to other place. He just come back and start drinking.
Anyway, my brother, Mr. ERIAMIANTOE, is because that was then. Now, if you want to do any transporting business in Nigeria, the first thing you need to do is tracking. Put a tracking device on your car. From here. You can track it from Sweden, from United Kingdom, anywhere.
I'm just trying to give you an example. That's why it don't work anymore. If you back for
don't trust them. I've said it over and over. Don't trust anybody in Nigeria.
If they know that there's a tracker in your car, they don't carry it.
They won't work.
Yeah, they're very lazy. They will not carry it because they will take money from you.
Set of people. I know them. So, Mr. Mode, I'm not here to dispute you. That's why I said I supported you when you said, yes, the government must stop the courtesan. They have the power to do that. Me and you doesn't have that power to do that, right? But for the laziness, how do we do that? The mindset of our youth now is to make billions of naira overnight. So how do we do that?
How do we do that? You just asked me a question. One of the problems why we have lazy youth is this overseas traveling, people in diaspora and traveling abroad has a blame in this whole matter of the laziness, where it's coming from. A situation whereby most of our illiterate women and men traveled overseas, send money home to their parents. These young ones would tell all the lies in heaven and earth to reap them their money and go and spend it. These were the lazy youth that made all those fast food in Benin City grow, made millions. They made millions for them. Since the government of Europe and America blocked their ways, and the people who were doing this are now old and having their own family and children, money is no more going to Nigeria. Capital flight, those remittances are not going. This is what you get. That is why you have one of the reasons why we have this courtesan wahala for Edo State. Money not going there as usual. When money was going there and European used cars were flying out there, you see what these boys were doing. They were living fine. After some time, when they go to school, teacher talk to them, you go even beat the teacher up, telling my sister go soon come carry me. The ones coming in and through the Mediterranean Sea, they've tightened up the whole thing. No more asylum home, they just give them voucher. So these ones do not have money to send home. And most of them coming now, most of them have wife or girlfriend and with child at home. When they come, the little that will come to them is for their wife and children they left to, not for their brothers and sisters. which we are now termed. We term them as lazy youth. Some of the wise ones will go and be fighting for Kareli.
Okay.
Then the rest is just, they don't have nothing to do. There in Benin City, in the afternoon, you see the houses buying the scrap. You see people buying plastics. Me here in UK, I have done, for me to set up a transport company, I myself did a bus service for some time when I had problem, when somebody duped me of 80 Peugeot cars, 80 cars. I've had to learn a lot of things. I know how to do bunkering to Benin, Republic of Benin. From there, I learned how to drive bus. I saw everything. Even when I started my trailer business, I had a 17-tonner, which I was driving for myself, for me to experience it. I heard Honorable Stephen ERIAMIANTOE saying that people at the abandoned hospital. Here is a situation.
We are going
the problem I see most of our diasporas are seeing, which I know they are experiencing, is that they trust person to handle business for them, but they do not trust that person to have experience in the business they are living with them. These are two things. You trust. I've used pastor before. I later discover, say, I feel trust pastor, say, he not go thief my money. It's honest, but it's probable pastor not know the kind of business where now they put on. This not the thing where they happen. Why most businesses where they give a trust to people, they fall.
All right. Okay, Mr. Monday, thank you for the contribution. At least everybody did well today. By 5 p.m. deal, we are doing this tomorrow. Are you available, Mr. Monday, tomorrow by 5 p.m.?
No problem. I'll call anything that concerns Edo. I always do it, but they always say I defy governor.
No, you can fight governor if you want. You have freedom of speech. So we are not here to tell you what to say. We don't give you script. Say that it is. So by 5 p.m. we'll be here tomorrow. So we have to end this broadcast. We didn't even know that we are going to spend 3 hours today on this program. You know, because what concerns Edo concerns every Edo-lite. So that's why everybody, even as I'm talking to you right now, my phone is still ringing here. Please, whoever that is calling, please, by 5 p.m. tomorrow, we'll be here again to talk about this. We have to end the show right now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time and your resources to keep those in diaspora informed. And most people are learning. It's true here. They can even themselves analyze the problems, analyze the news, especially Stephen ERIAMIANTOE. Every morning he will brief them about the whole of Nigeria. But I will advise him to limit it to the Edo, how the Edo state can move forward. No one like me, I for one, is no longer interested in Nigeria project anymore. Look at the situation whereby police commissioner is doing nothing, nothing is happening, we can't talk, we can't do anything. How can one be happy? This is the problem. The problem is from the head, nothing to do with the state.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for that advice. Mr. ERIAMIANTOE, please use 1 minute to address the people. Let's end the show.
My people, una do well, una try to do it. 3 hours, 30 minutes. I love una do well. But we believe that Edo can be great if only we all can decide to do the right thing at the right time. I want to encourage my youth. I want to beg them, guys. You can drop the weapons. We can still make it work again. Let's put pride aside. Let's do the needful. It is possible that wherever you do, there is money in it. Just develop a new system of making it. You see yourself flying like an eagle. Thank you, guys. God bless you, and good night, everyone.
All right. Good night. Good night, sirs. And I'll see you guys by 5 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to end this. That will be the episode 2. All right. Good night, Mr. ERIAMIANTOE. Thank you for coming in. And good night, Mr. Monday. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Right, my people. Not be smart, you know. Una do where we need to end this show right now. Even me, I'm exhausted. I never knew that we're gonna spend 3 hours, 30 minutes here. But now so I go see and say this matter of Edo State, it will concern us. It concerns everybody. We thank God that we have a platform here where we can communicate with all our Edo-lites all over the world. It's a blessing to us. That's why I call it that NAIJA Watch family is not for us alone. It's for everybody. You know, so because what is happening in Benin City or Edo State or in Nigeria, we hear many of them from here, if not all. So we thank God for that. Thank you, everybody that supported and that have been here. Some people, I know some people that have been commenting since we started from 1 minute in these 3 hours until they are still commenting. It shows that's dedication, that's love, that's care, that's compassion. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate this. So we have to go right now. I can see everybody say thank you, NAIJA, but I can't showcase all your comments because I need to end it now. Because for me, I'm already tired. But certainly, by God's grace, by 5 p.m. tomorrow, we are going to be here to finish this matter with the grand so. Because as we they talk so, they say killing still happen today. So if we not continue to talk out like this, our governor not go, maybe if you not take action. Because the court matter now don't make them, you know, forget everything we did at those states. So make we push them, say, sir, no, we dey here, we dey suffer, we need your help. So maybe you go consider and say, okay, this court matter now is distracting me. Let me do something for our people. Yes, we need to cry out. If you like the talk, if you not ask, you not go get. Now so it be. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you so much. We are going to go now. Please subscribe to NAIJA Watch if you have not done so. Please share this video as well and give me thumbs up. Give this video thumbs up as well. Also join our program. Our membership program is right there on our page. I can put the link here if some of you cannot find it, but it's just right there and it's very, very easy to find. But in case you cannot find it, I'm putting the link right on the comment section. If you care about NAIJA Watch or if you want to support NAIJA Watch, the membership program link is what I'm putting on your comment section right now. Just click on it and show NAIJA Watch that, yeah, you care about us. Like some people always say, thank you, NAIJA Watch. Of course, I know I appreciate that a lot, but yeah, you can support us as well. You know, the link is there on the comment section. Just click on it and support NAIJA Watch. That's what it means. You know, thank you, everybody. And we got to go right now. Have a good night and sweet, sweet, sweet dreams.
You